Soviet Union. Well, the bad United States of America took Puerto Rico, it took Alaska, it stole Indian land, it took Hawaii, it took Guam, it took Micronesia, Palau. And you had better learn that history because you are the recipient of an imperialist tradition.
Okay. We are live. And let's see, we got my guy, the Astro Boy here. Hey, yeah, we both in it, man. I got my boy, the Astro Boy here. Myself, your ghost with the most, Xevious 86.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? Oh, dude, Les, man, dude, what the fuck, bro? You hit me with a bombshell with that, man. He hit me with a bombshell. Holy shit, man.
What happened?
Like I said, my guy, Les says, what's up? Logic just jumped in the chat.
What's up, Logic?
He said it was good. He said his left lung collapsed, man. He's in the hospital.
Damn.
Yeah, man, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, we all having bad luck right now, man. I broke my ankle. You're fucking in the... Toby said, what's up? Everybody in the chat was good. I don't like you. Logical. Toby, how you guys doing, man? So this is official episode 2 of the Retro Rec Room Pod. Oh, man, I'm just glad to see you're okay, dude. I appreciate you visiting and letting me know, man. You know you're my boy. Actually, give me a quick check real quick, guys. I need to see. Oh, it's good morning for you, Toby. It's
good evening.
Good evening for us. Yes, it's afternoon. I need to get a quick sound check, so give me a second.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Yes.
Good evening to you.
Good evening to you all. My good friend, das Wonderken. Huh? My wonderful friend.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar, yeah. Oh, stay in ISO, because now, yeah, man. You don't want to get that shit, dude. It's not just killing old people, bro. It's guys in the 30s and the early 40s and shit. So after the podcast crashed last night, we're going to talk about this for a little bit. We wanted to mention it. So last night while we were filming, I'm sure some of you were watching, the podcast crashed suddenly. Something happened with my computer. After that, we were watching it back to see how everything sounded, and I slipped on some water on my floor, and I completely broke my ankle. So I'm pretty jacked up right now. Give me a quick sound check.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a sound check?
Yeah.
Oh, what about now? Can you hear me now?
Okay, wait a minute.
How about now?
Alright, that sucks for good. My levels aren't stupid.
Ridiculously high.
Alright, so my levels aren't stupid high like they were yesterday, and my voice sounded great. So outside of me breaking my ankle and that whole episode last night, which that was awesome. It was awesome.
It wasn't awesome.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. What makes it worse is that I basically found out I don't have health insurance, so that's great. I thought I had it through my job.
Yeah.
So there's that unfortunate bit of information.
And you know what happened to me, though, right? I woke up this morning, and I was like, fuck. Gotta go to work.
Yep.
Like, that was my issue. I literally woke up, and I was still alive.
Look, man. I promise the zombie apocalypse is gonna happen.
I hope so. This pandemic. This pandemic. This pandemic is this is boring as fuck. I didn't want this. I wanted zombies.
It's not too bad of a break. It is a clean break though. I don't know if I'm going to need a boot or not, but right now I don't even know if I'll be able to make a doctor's appointment because of the health insurance situation. So wish me luck, guys. Hopefully I can still go to the doctor at the very least to get a boot. And I won't have to pay too much out of pocket for the doctor's visit and the ER visit. And we'll see from there. I got some help. My family's gonna help me out with that. So I'll probably be good to go, but we'll see. But enough about that somber BS. Nobody wants to hear. Oh yeah, you guys have a great healthcare system in Australia. Jesus, I wish we had one here like that in the States. But enough about that somber nonsense. Not trying to gloss over your issue, Les, man. You're my guy. I hope you feel better, bro. I hope you don't catch that shit. So, I already realized they got you isolated, so that's good, man. I hope you're good, bro. Like, for real. You're my guy. I hate to hear that you're in that position you're in, man. So, we were going to discuss some tabletop gaming.
I mean, we're going to discuss a lot of stuff, but yes, one of those.
It's going to be all gaming today, man. We're not going to be deviating from that, hopefully. So, tabletop. Let's talk about this mage game.
Yeah.
We've been running. That's been excellent.
Also known as White Wolf.
We're playing the White Wolf system.
Yeah.
If you guys are familiar with that, who are familiar with my boy Les plays some tabletop, so he should know.
Okay.
So we'll be doing some mage. We're playing the 20th anniversary. I believe that's the book we're using.
Honestly, I don't even know because this is new to me.
Right. I think we're using the 20th anniversary book for Mage, the Ascension, and my good friend Heinz57 is
running it.
He's running the game, and
fucking beautiful.
I just love. I love how open the system is.
You know what I love? How simple it is. Yeah. Because it's all determined on the GM based on your role.
Essentially,
So it gives more storytelling to the GM.
Right.
So it improves his improvisational skills as well as improves the GM, or not the GM, but the players and their RPing skills too.
I think probably the best part about it is basically that, like you said, it's just open and the GM can just work on all the storytelling stuff. And what's really crazy about it is, let's do this. There we go. What's crazy about it is that, like, there's no percentage rolls. There's no fucking confirm the hit.
Yeah.
It's literally like, you roll. Can you beat their roll? Yes or no. You do. Like, you just have a difficulty roll. That's it. Everything's done on D10s, which is essentially a percentile die. But that's neither here or there.
True, but I also feel like it kind of plays like...
We're only using single digits, so we're using it as a regular D10, but that is the percentile die. But it's basically, you beat the roll? Okay. How many successes do you have? And that determines how much they get hurt. That's it.
Which I feel I played a kind of system that's like this, but this was when I was first, playing tabletop, and it was with my cousin Josh, and he had a clique of guys that started this gaming thing, and they did the Marvel Universe one, and it was this big old booklet. I can't remember what tabletop, but essentially you had different levels of different superpowers that you choose from, and that determines how many dice you use, the same as you would on Mage Ascension or even any other White Wolf game.
Actually, speaking of that, and that's something, speaking of that, is that there's a lot of systems that aren't D&D based that are D10. I believe Marvel is. I know for a fact the StarCraft game is. Hell, Shadowrun is, and that's old.
Shadowrun is a D10 system?
Yes, it's a D10 system.
So it plays kind of like White Wolf?
No, it does things a little differently, but they use D10 as the primary die.
Okay.
Whereas, because they do D10, and then they also use D6s for damage rolls and shit like that. Unlike that, World of Darkness, White Wolf, Vampire, Mage, fucking Wraith, Mummy, all that shit counts as World of Darkness / White Wolf. White Wolf is the big company. World of Darkness is the actual universe. But yeah, there's a ton of systems that use D10, which is, I think, probably far more than D20. As far as I know, the D20 systems are mostly Pathfinder / Starfinder, D&D. There's probably others, I just don't know them.
Yeah.
But D10 is fairly common because a lot of game systems that came after Dungeons and Dragons really tried to simplify the tabletop experience, because D20 is a lot. I mean, it isn't like Palladium.
It is, but yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's not Palladium.
Palladium's
Like,
percentage based.
I'm still trying to learn Palladium, and when, not that I'm calling out any GMs or anything, but it's kind of hard to play a system or a mechanic that you don't fully understand because you keep on doing different games. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to kind of keep up with it. You know,
yeah, we're not calling anybody out.
No, of course not. That's why I said I'm not calling out any GM.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir.
Don't get me wrong. I love the group that we play with.
Yeah.
But I am getting tired of the whole Palladium Pathfinder deal.
Switching back and forth?
Yeah. Which I've said this many times. Is like, I feel like we need to drop down games. Drop down games. Or just open up different avenues. Like the whole, even a different take on the Pathfinder thing, where it was a Starfinder, which was pretty much the sequel in that.
So
I like
much.
Starfinder. And I'm kind of upset that we just ended Starfinder at that point. I'm like, but why?
I think that also depends, you know, it's like we were talking about yesterday with the whole artistry thing and getting burnt out and, you know, being able to maintain that creative juice.
Yeah.
And that happens, and that actually applies to the conversation today. That happens with tabletop. You have your GM, he's creating a world, and they get tired or they get burnt out on whatever they're doing.
Which that makes sense though, but if you're getting burnt out on a game, it's not because we're playing that game. It's you just getting burned out as a GM. So you need to just fold and let someone else take the reins at that point. Because you need to recoup. Because John and I have talked about that too. John and I talked a lot about freaking GMing. And, you know, I'm a new GM now. Mm-hmm. And I was super nervous when I first did it. And you guys enjoyed this shit on my first game. Like, I'm kind of upset that you weren't there for the whole ending of it all. And I know, because you had work, and I was like, damn it, man. Like, I wanted your character to be very involved in the game. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Actually, Les just mentioned here, the game's only as good as the DM and the players. But power players always wreck it.
Yep.
Let's talk about power gaming.
Yep.
Let's talk about that. Jesus,
Power gaming? Who does that? Don't look at me like I do that.
We're not calling out people here.
Don't look at me like I do that shit.
We're not calling out people here.
Because even...
I'm not calling out anyone.
I don't even want to get on my tangent on how I was given a really dope-ass weapon and I still didn't abuse it.
I'm not calling out anybody here. Vocally. But in the chat,
yes,
maybe.
We are talking telepathically.
In the chat, I may have typed something. But hey, you know,
I don't have the computer in front of me, so I'm not looking.
You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's probably a handful of people, so you know.
Hold on. Let me type some other people.
I still don't have the computer in my face, so I can't see it.
Astros,
oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, that's
innocent.
very correct. Ooh, that's accurate as fuck.
Astro's innocent in all this, but I'm gonna put it all
I am,
out there.
but I probably already telepathically know what the hell you're talking
know
about.
what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, power gaming. I'm not a big fan of power gaming, and yes, Les, we have talked about that a bunch of times, my guy. I hate it. I hate the idea of trying to purposely min-max and living that power fantasy through your character. I understand why it gets done. I mean, because, you know, obviously you're playing, you're using your imagination. You want to be the fucking most badass person ever. I hate when people do that all the time. I don't mind it every once in a while, but if I play with you in multiple sessions and you do that every game session, now I kind of have an issue. Now I'm going to be like, yo, come on, dude, chill. And,
I mean, real talk. We are power players, but we don't even abuse it all that much.
I don't ever play powerful characters.
You're playing a fucking werewolf in the mage.
I'm not that powerful, though.
Bullshit. Your strength and dex is almost the same as mine. I think you're more dex and I'm more strength.
That is true.
Yeah. We're like three.
Well, no, I don't have.
We're
max,
like three.
I don't have max dex.
Neither do I, and I don't have max strength. But we're still fucking stronger than all our other players who are either human or subhuman types.
Well, it's mage though, so magic kind of.
Yeah, I know,
magic
but
is the great
but that was the
equalizer.
thing when we first played mage. When me and Heinz were talking, I told him, it's like, I'm down to play mage, dude, but I'm not a magic guy. Like, even when I play Pathfinder, I don't go full magic. I go like sub magic.
We totally should have played Hunter. Hunter the Reckoning.
Is that like an open thing? Like
that's huge. Remember I was telling you there's the different systems.
Yeah.
Hunter Reckoning is humans, and it's like Constantine's.
Okay.
You're using magical artifacts.
So you're not magic.
Constantine does have some magic. He does use magic, but most of the time,
it seems like it's more like
he's using items that have magical powers.
Yeah,
most of the time.
or like the ink on his arms, for
that's a magic
reveals.
Spell. That is a magic spell. But most of the time, it's some kind of magical artifact he finds, or he uses some kind of loophole, or he convinces somebody to do something for him.
Now, if you're asking me if I would play a White Wolf campaign where I was a priest, a badass priest like John Constantine, then I'd be like, okay, I'm down.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
either we play Hunter, or like, say if my character dies, I'm going to make a Hunter. I'm not going to make another mage. Like, if I play if I were to lose my character in this game, and I'll just play Hunter within the mage system.
I don't think Heinz would do that because
let's get like werewolves.
True, but I told him in the promising that I'm not an OP player.
Right.
So if you give me werewolf, you have full control whenever I change.
Right. That's your situation. My situation was I took a merit that allows me to have werewolf blood. So that's within the confines of the rules. I think we could get away with Hunter rules though, and I would just basically be like, I have no access to magic spheres. Everything would be stats and skills, but I have to be able to get magical tools. Since I'm, crippling myself within the system. I think he'd let us get away with it. You would just have a limit on what kind of magic you have.
Why not just let everyone play what they want to play? That's what I would go with. Because at the same time, it still just depends on the GM, on what he allows and what he doesn't. So
let's see what we got here. Hold on. Let's see. Toby is talking about one time I remember in my group pissing off the DM because we rolled too good. We ended up befriending the final boss he wanted us to kill. The DM was pissed. That's hilarious. Hey, you want to join us, final boss guy? That's not going to work. Charisma roll. What's your charisma? 18. What's your roll? 20. Are you fucking kidding me? The DM rolls his roll. It's like a botch. You befriend the last boss. Yay! We have the Lich King on our side now.
Look, I don't like using plot armor, but for my game, I need plot armor.
For that, yes.
Yeah.
That honestly, that's your DM's fault.
Yeah.
He should have just been like, God says your charisma check doesn't work. But he's a good DM because he followed the rules how they're supposed to be.
True.
You're supposed to be able to do that kind of stuff and
but the rules are like guidelines.
I'm just saying. That's a good DM. But
I mean, because real talk, like, in what story, what fantasy do you see the actual main bad guy, like, I'm going to join the heroes?
Just turn to leave.
Yeah. Unless it was like an epic fight, and then he realizes the error in his ways, and then he's like, go.
The bad thing is this, what he's talking about here, is he made up a world-ending boss to spite us. We befriended that too.
Well, then... So he obviously didn't think about it.
He had to take a break because we kept doing that, and all our rules were like perfect rules. At that point, we kept tempting fate.
He wasn't preparing then.
Yeah,
because I prepare for all of you players.
That's on him. Honestly, Toby, I understand why he took a break. That kind of frustration, but that's a time where you as a DM have to, you have to reach into that DM rule book and be like, okay. Charisma rolls don't work on this person, because they have some kind of mental protection. You're gonna have to ask pull stuff like that to keep the party from just fucking that kind of stuff off. Unless there's some kind of loophole that allows them to do so.
I mean, but that's what one of our GMs did do. Like when he's gonna throw a boss at you that he made, he has freaking backup plans. Right.
Oh, JT is good at that.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I learned a lot from him.
Were you there when we? No, you weren't.
I wasn't. Okay. I wasn't even into the whole thing.
In our Palladium session, we had a character that was Johnny's character's older brother.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember that.
He's a necromancer. and he is powerful. He's really squishy, but his magical abilities are ridiculous, right? And so we're getting into a fight with him, and we're not supposed to win this fight at all. And what ends up happening is Johnny's fighting him like hand to hand. His hand to hand sucks.
Yeah.
But he has magical shields that are protecting him from damage. And she just keeps botching all her fucking parry rolls. She's getting hurt. And she's about to get killed. And I'm like, well, we have to get out of here because the rest of us can't fight him. So at the time, I was piloting a mech. And so I basically have like a panic button. Shoots my entire payload at the same time. Powers down the mech to like most minimal functions. I won't be able to do anything else but outside of moving it. Hit the panic button. Roll a hit. Hit. It lands. It's like, okay, you do all the damage with all of your weapons. All of my weapons. I'm wearing fucking power armor. Dude. I fucked this guy up. Like, I was like, okay, well, I shoot off these machine guns and these missiles and these other missiles and this laser all at once. Roll for damage. It was a high-ass number, dude. If he
You guys had to whip out a calculator.
If he didn't have magic shields protecting him, that the damage would have went through, he would have died. Just instantly. And he was not prepared for that. He was like, oh, I didn't know it could do that kind of damage. I was like, yeah. And like, I did not buy this. We acquired it through combat.
Yeah.
And because of my...
And that was JT's like, God damn it, I shouldn't have given him
that. And then it was a situation where I could pilot it through my computer skills. Even though I didn't have power armor training, I could hack it and control it through, hacking. Basically, I hook up a computer to it and control it that way. And like... He was like, well, you can do this with it. I was like, okay. Are you sure you want to let me do this? All right. Oh, oops. Yeah, oops. All right, man. I'll see you later, Les, man. Catch you later, dude.
So, granted, I don't know how many times I've told this story, but I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Because you see me in Pathfinder. I think of this dope ass thing I'm gonna do. Like, we're fighting angels, they're good. So I'm like, ooh, I have an ability where I could change them to evil aura, and all the other angels will find them and be like, oh shit, that's the enemy, and then just go straight at him, right? Oh, he's in the air. Okay, then I cast this, so I'm gonna jump up and hit him. Do all that shit, botch. I'm like, motherfucker, like, and this was before even the Yamato came into play.
Yeah.
And our GM at the time, John, running Pathfinder, all his players, he wanted them to have a magical item that you customize yourself.
I remember that. I never got to get mine.
Yeah. So me and him got to talking, online on Facebook, on Messenger, and he's like, so did you think of your magical weapon that you want? I'm like, yeah, but I don't think you would allow it. And he's like, well, shoot, man, let's see it. And I'm like, okay, you play Devil May Cry? He's like, no. I was like, so you don't know the Yamato then? He's like, no. So for any of y'all who play Devil May Cry, you know what the Yamato is.
Hold on. I just want to preface this story with the fact that when John and Astro were having this conversation, John was a little inebriated.
Yes, he was. Not of my doing.
Not of my doing. Was trying to take advantage of this.
No, I
wasn't even know.
No. Hold on, because I didn't even finish the story yet. But go ahead. Go ahead. He was inebriated. Okay, so I'm talking about the Yamato with him. I was like, okay, so I want this sword that does this, and he's like, well, what does it do? I was like, time. It just stops time. That's it. And he's like, oh, it stops time and it allows you to teleport short distances. And he's like, okay. So we made the whole thing on that, and how it was going to be played out is that if I'm one-handing the sword, it's only like 30 feet, depending on the teleportation.
Right.
If I two-hand it, it doubles. I also can use the teleportation as an attack to, if I wanted to port this character that I'm attacking to another place, then I could do that. So by all means, I could teleport someone 60 feet in the air and let them freaking fall to their death, or like I've done in a game where I teleport him into space. The empty vacuum space, so he just dies. And I've done that a couple times in the actual game. But the time stop too, he said you can only use it once per day, and it's a D4. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, I feel like you need more for this. I was like, more? He's like, yeah. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't think it needs more, man. And he's like, yeah, no, tell me more about this sword. I was like, okay, well, in Devil May Cry, you can attack from afar. He's like, okay, then we'll do it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so one-handed, I attack someone 30 feet away, and two-handed, I can attack them 60 feet away. Just regular, weapon damage. He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, man, if you want to do that. And he's like, okay. So we ran it. I got the weapon. And I had the weapon for like 6 game sessions, dude. 6 game sessions. The only thing I ever used was teleporting and the distance damage. I never used time stop. So there was this moment where we all went to go fight a green dragon. And this green dragon used that I hate this move.
Dragon's Breath.
No, not Dragon's Breath, where it tangles people from undergrowth that grows and
God, I forgot that spell. One time Kim used it. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, and she hit her friendlies too. And I was like, Kim.
Well, okay. I'm gonna stop us right there. So, I believe that happened to D&D, right?
No, that happened in Pathfinder.
Okay, so in Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, this spell it's a AOE spell, covers a radius, and it's like tangling lines or some shit. And so, I believe in D&D it can't hit friendlies.
Yes, that is true. Yes.
And but it doesn't stop them from moving.
No, it doesn't. It slows their movement. Yeah.
In Pathfinder, anyone who's caught in the field of the cat spellcast, if they can't succeed on a strength check...
No, dex check.
Is it dex? Okay, so dex check in Pathfinder, D&D is strength check. They get caught by the bites. Friendly or not.
Not to mention...
And they're immobilized.
Not to mention the AoE is way bigger in Pathfinder than it is in
it's
D&D.
huge. It's like 100 feet.
Yeah.
D&D
it was
I think
ridiculous.
D&D is like 30.
Yeah.
It's much smaller.
So, the Green Dragon used that spell. And guess where he casted it on? All the fucking supporters and freaking magic people. Guess where I'm with? Because I'm a magus in Pathfinder, okay? So I'm not full, physical damage guy, nor am I full magic guy. I'm that in-between guy. And I get caught in that shit. And all of us magic users are trying to break out of this shit while our physical fighters are literally taking this dragon head on and kind of getting beat the fuck up. So after 5 turns of trying to break through this tangled spell and shit like that, I was like, all right, I pick up my D4 and I'm like, John, I'm using it. And he's like, everyone just walks out and goes on a break. And, well, no, not even that. I roll the D4 and it hits straight on that 4. 4 moves. Now, what a lot of people don't know about the Magus, just vanilla Magus, is that you have Magus Arcanus. Not to mention, like, a whole area of, like, buffing spells. I ended up using Haste, which doubles my moves as it is. So, what essentially becomes 4 actions and 4 move actions essentially becomes 8. 8 actions. And 2 of those actions were Bull Strength and a spell attack that you channel through your sword as a magus. And after that, I was just wrecking shop because what ended up happening was my strength was a regular 15. It jumped it up like 7 freaking attributes. Jesus. Yeah. So my modifier on the thing was just ridiculous at that point. So I'm just doing stupid damage for like 6 runs on this freaking green dragon.
What was your dex at?
My dex was high. I think it was like an 18. Yeah. So essentially, I damn near killed this dragon. It had only 1 HP left. So after I did all this, everyone comes back on break, and it's like, okay, guys, this is what you see. pretty much Dragon Ball Z flashing freaking hit attacks everywhere, and then all of a sudden you see his character standing there with his sword all bloody. And then freaking JT's character decided to just destroy that 1 HP and freaking kill the dragon. I was a little upset because I wanted to kill the dragon. But I was like, you know, that's fine because I brought that shit to fucking 1 HP. Like a fucking Final Fantasy game.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, what's going on, man?
Damn.
What the fuck? Yes,
really,
it's just like the old door.
Yes.
It's the same shit. We got a special guest, guys. So my boy Lamar just dropped over out of nowhere. Lamar, say hi.
What's happening? What's happening?
So speaking of killing dragons, hey man, just close that screen, bro.
I will.
Yeah, man, it's fucking flies, man. That's how we ended up in that vicious cycle yesterday. I killed that fly, and then Karma came back and bite me in the ass and broke my ankle.
Matter of fact, the universe was telling you something.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop killing shit, bro.
Exactly. Told me to stop killing flies. I'm still gonna kill flies though.
Mother
Fuck that.
Nature was like, look, do you want me to make the coronavirus worse?
Guess what? Guess what, Mother Nature? Still gonna kill flies. They're annoying.
Good, so zombie virus. Word. I'm down. Keep killing flies, bro.
So we had a game, and we were playing 3.0 D&D.
Ooh.
Ew, yes.
I mean,
And-
it ain't 5, but still.
No, we were playing 3.5. This is the
Oh,
first time we,
3.5? Okay.
yeah, this is the first time we played 3.5. I had to run my character out of a 3.0 book because he's not in 3.5. I made a samurai. We made a game where it was basically the entire world was like airships and stuff. It was like airship fantasy world.
Let me guess. The turtle?
The turtle, the dragon turtle.
You mean they add mantoys?
Yes. Fuck that thing. Okay, I'm gonna wait till he gets back and I'm gonna finish the story here. Are you getting something to drink?
Yeah.
Bro, bless my game. Bless my game, please.
Some what?
Some water. Some agua. Thank you, sir.
You know habla.
You know habla?
Nah, I know habla.
Nah, but you know what habla means, motherfucker, so obviously you do.
Just a little bit.
Ah.
Pequeño.
Oh, the dolphins, yeah, man. That is crazy, isn't it? I seen how clean that water was
I don't want
in Venice. We don't have a Corona.
Yeah.
I want a zombie bird.
I'm gonna drink a little stuff like old timers.
So did you just get off work?
Hell nah. I've been off work, bro.
Oh, they ain't.
2 weeks paid.
Oh, what?
All because of a cough, bro.
I wish I got 2 weeks paid off of it.
I feel, what the fuck is that on your back? Did you go to the grocery store?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no, that's for my job.
You just.
That's you.
I appreciate
You
that,
got a
man.
place for days. And
Thank
I'm
you, sir.
Hey, next time you have a barbecue, I don't want you to ask me to bring shit.
You're a whole asshole.
Like, nigga, didn't I just bring like over like 20 sacks of paper plates?
He's like, bro, I brought utensils
Hell yeah.
ahead of time. I was prepared.
I was ready.
Don't ask me for nothing. This motherfucker.
1,000.
Okay.
I gave
me and my can from
I gave Will a bag too.
That's what's up. Appreciate it, man.
No problem, no problem.
So, the dragon turtle.
They had mantoys.
So, we're fighting this thing, and
We ain't that off-brand shit either. It's hefty.
he does not tell me that we, like, probably should all have some kind of ranged attack.
Yeah.
I just make a samurai. And, like, I'm the only person who doesn't have a ranged weapon.
Okay.
It's not part of my loadout and shit, and it's too late in the game to be like, oh, well, give yourself a bow. So I have to wait for this thing to close to the ship to hit. And since the samurai is a warrior class...
Wait, don't you get a bow as a samurai? Not even?
Not in 3.0.
Well, samurais get bows.
3.0, that's what I had to use to make my character. I could have gave myself one, but...
Who was running?
John, he would have gave me one, but we had already
Running?
started. No, JT.
Oh, JT.
He should have just gave me one, but
Yeah, he should've.
we just rolled with it. So we're basically on this ship, and we're slowly whittling it down. We gave Heinz a variant of a monk. That's basically a Dragon Ball Z character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it in time.
He didn't like it because he was missing his rolls, or the damage wasn't really high. He's getting bad damage rolls, man. Shitty rolls.
Well, you guys were like not even mid-level, right?
Level 3.
Yeah, so it's
Damage
not gonna
wasn't.
be.
I don't even know why we were fighting something so strong.
That is true, yeah. Well, I mean, I always said that too. Like, JTB throwing some really stupid shit at y'all.
We love you, JT, if you see this, but
I'm just saying.
Bro.
You do, though.
You do this. But, so we're fighting the dragon turtle, and we whittle it down, and everyone's about to die, because it keeps using its wind breath on us. He's fucking everybody up. The only person who's surviving, and hasn't gotten hurt yet, is Cotterell, because he made a longbowman, and he's way on the other side of the ship, and he's like, I'm using a great bow. He's using an English longbow, dude. He's fucking it up. He's the only one. Everyone else is...
So wait, there's no artillery in this freaking ship? There is?
We were using it. But it this thing is, it's a fucking dragon.
Yeah.
So it's not taking a lot of damage. We're not getting good damage rolls. We were just having shit luck at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
And so it gets close enough to the ship to hit, and we're trying to hurt it. I keep missing. Miss. I'm gonna have shitty rolls. What's your dex? My dex isn't that high. I think it's like 15 or 16, which is decent.
It's average.
But again, dragon, high AC.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, its AC is like retarded, and I don't get a bonus. I'm fighting a warrior, bro. So all my bonuses are just strength. So we're trying to kill it. Heinz goes into fucking unconscious, and it's on the ship. It's my last roll, and it's literally next turn. It's gonna dragon breath me. 20, confirm to hit. 20 again. Slice! All the rest of his HP is gone. I get fucking max damage, crit. It's dead. And then it's like, well, describe what happens. My guy just like slices it in the face and then does the cool. And then it just falls. And then everyone's like, wow. So this whole time you were underperforming, and then in the last moment, clutch. And I was like, I am a god. You may all now worship me. It's like, bro, you were missing the whole time. You only got that last hit in. That was the only time I hit it. Was the killing blow. I was laughing my ass off.
See, and maybe that's why a lot of people are like scared to like take risks in my game, because they feel like maybe I'm gonna pull some JT shit whenever I throw something big at y'all.
I just like playing safe. You already know how I play though.
True.
I like playing cowardly.
But
characters.
a lot of people play safe. Like, okay, so and I don't think you're there for that. No, I don't
Shattuck
think
does
you
not
were.
play safe.
No, Shattuck doesn't. But at the same time, no, because he was playing safe in this moment. Yeah, he was.
That's
Even for a barbarian, he was playing safe.
the door, bro.
No, not the door. No.
That was not safe at all.
See, because you weren't here. You weren't here for that session. So you okay? So just to give a little clarity,
Maybe they were playing safe because there weren't as many people playing.
no, not even, because it was still like a good 5 of them.
Oh well, shit! I don't know.
Yeah, and it was this is when Ty was here too.
Oh, he had a good character.
Yeah, he did. I'm upset he stopped too. But anyways, to get back on track, just to like
We
make
miss you.
just to make a little bit more clarity on what I was like gaming with. So I was using the Pathfinder system, but I pretty much negated the whole lore and made my own lore to it. And it's the story that I've developed like since I was in the Marines back in 2009, 2010. And I basically came to a writer's block when it came to my stories, so I used my story's lore to play this Pathfinder game and have my players pretty much build more story by putting them in situations in this freaking lore of the game. So anyways, the characters, they went to what's supposed to be Houston, but it's a city that it's a metroplex city, but it's in the water.
I was there for that.
Well, then you weren't doing much.
I had the big
Are
snake.
you sure you were
The
asleep?
big snake that was going around in the fog.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't see.
That's right.
So we were just basically.
But basically, the whole party was like, we're not doing this. And when I mean the whole party, I mean it was mainly
That's
JT.
I mean, I was too.
Yeah.
But that's because we couldn't see shit. And no one had any. Unfortunately, at the time, we had no one that had any kind of reliable tracking.
True, but this is why when the second chapter came up, I had to sit down with everybody and tell them, look, just because I throw something big at you, don't be afraid. I'm not going to outrightly kill you.
I mean, we did eventually go out and investigate.
Yeah, but it was like mediocre. Like, you guys didn't know. No. Investigate my ass.
We did leave. leave.
Barely.
We did leave.
Barely an investigation, and even at that, JT was still not down to fight this.
Shit, I would. I wanted to leave.
I know you wanted to leave.
I didn't want to
Most
go
of
there.
the consensus.
I didn't want to go there in the first place, though.
True. But that was the only way to get to St. Anne at the time.
It's true.
Yeah.
We did eventually leave, though.
Yeah, the next fucking morning. After tying down John's character.
He was being a cunt.
He was the only one willing to fight this thing.
He was being a cunt.
Because I explained to him, too, like, you know, because we would talk on the side, and I was telling him basically, like, yeah, bro, this is what's here. And he's like, how are we going to fight that? I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. And I told him, again, I'm not going to outrightly kill you people. I just want a great-ass story. So, but now, after the last session, now everyone wants to take Chris. Now.
Well, you know, my character likes to take advantage of his powers, so...
But you're not even your character anymore. In this game.
know, not in this game. Not in the newer game.
Yeah.
But my last character... Oh, it's not dark and shadowy? Yeah, no. I need to be able to hide and then gank you from behind. That's kind of my thing. It's like, where'd he go?
Which, honestly, I feel like your character should have played more of like this, I'm gonna betray you, but it's just a gimmick kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
I think if we would have played longer, it would have went to that point.
True, but I felt like a lot of people were getting burnt out on that game session too.
Well,
which is why I'm fast-tracking people more.
I really don't think there was much you could do, though, story-wise, though.
True, I didn't have a whole lot built.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention I was railroading the shit out of y'all, too.
Yeah. The way you had that written with the whole, like, the guys we met, and then JT getting killed, which was amazing.
No, JT didn't get killed. He got knocked the fuck out because he decided
No, someone died.
Yeah, John's character. But
Was
that was because...
John's character? Oh, yeah. It was John's character.
He didn't die.
He got dimension doored, man. He's gone.
Yes.
He's gone.
Yes.
I mean, he's alive in a void.
In a sense, yes.
If we can ever pull him out of it, he'll still be alive because
you as characters would not be able to.
Yeah, time doesn't move inside the void of a dimension door. But
no, it's literally the end of time. That's how the blade works in that game.
It's so good. He was just being so aggressive with those guys. We're like, dude, chill.
No, and y'all didn't know that. And that's what made it like so enthralling for y'all was that you guys didn't know he was gonna outrightly kill his character. That he had another character built.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
No one did.
But we were trying to get him to stop. Like, dude, just calm down, pump your brakes. We need to know what's going on here. And then they just like,
I mean, hell, JT tried to attack the head guy, and I literally like plot armor. Nope.
That's my character. It was like full brakes. When he did that, it was like, I need to go. Because, you know, my character was already kind of like, I don't trust you guys already.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys were like that, like, damn near the whole time. Which it still made sense, because it was like a medieval apocalyptic kind of setting anyway, so.
My character was good with, our boy, man. Fucking, Kim's homeboy.
That's right, Ty.
Not Ty.
Not Ty?
Other guy. Works in prison. Bald head. Always talking shit. Played the snobby elf.
What?
Damn. What's his name?
Snobby elf. I don't remember the snobby elf.
What? You weren't there for that? In the Pathfinder game?
Oh, I thought you were talking about mine.
No, in the Pathfinder game. You weren't there for that one? It was one of the Vitamins games. He played the fucking rich elf.
You're talking about there?
No, not a Thera. It was a regular Pathfinder game. He played this rich snob-ass elf. He's like, oh, you peasants. Yes. I'm
probably was not
nobility,
there.
bro. It was so
Probably
good.
not there. I was probably in San Antonio.
He was being an asshole to everybody. It was amazing.
Kind of like my character was in your TMNT shit.
Way worse.
Oh, way worse? Ooh.
Like, literally, I'm rich. I know I'm rich. You're beneath me. I'm also an intelligent mage.
Did he laugh like the king from the Robin Hood cartoon?
Dude, literally every...
Yes.
So it was like, yes, you're beneath me, peasant.
Your opinion does not matter to me. Please, be gone.
we're riding together, someone says something, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak peasant. What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ask for your statement? Oh, I didn't.
Yes,
oh, yes,
please.
Please, be gone with you.
Even when it was someone like threatening him, he's like, peasants, you're beneath me. I am not threatened by your baseless
You couldn't
threats.
even hurt a fly.
Pretty much. He's pissing everybody off. I'm over here on the sideline laughing my ass off. Like, dude, he's gonna get. Someone's gonna kill him in his sleep, dude.
Shit.
But he was like a super powerful fucking magic user, dude. So he was fucking shit up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you could be just like outright like threaten him because he could back it up. He wasn't like some prissy bitch. He was a strong ass fucking wizard. It was so good, dude. Oh man, fuck! What is his name, bro?
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I got pulled into the whole, tabletop D&D thing. And I know it was weird when I first started because I did this shit back when I was like 13, 12, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I think these kids that were playing it didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. Because we were doing some extra shit that I was just like, I don't remember doing any of this shit in my first tabletop. And then Hook got me in touch with John. And it started becoming like this 1 day a week kind of deal where I would go over to John's house, and I was really weirded out about it at first because I was like, man, I don't know this guy. Like, I hope I'm not the first person there and shit. I show up at his house, I'm the only person there. Everyone is late, and I'm like, god damn it! Like, why? I should have been late, but my punctual ass always shows up on time.
This is true. Let me find this motherfucker, man. It's not Rick. Where's my boy at? I don't even know if I have him on Facebook Messenger anymore.
Who is it?
I'm trying to see if I have him on Messenger still. Damn, I wish Kim was here. She'd fucking tell me. Cause he lives in Gatesville and shit. You chilled with him before at Kim's house?
Dunphy?
Yes, Dunphy! Dunphy! Thank you.
The bald guy, I'm like...
Dunphy, bro.
Like, you do realize, like,
All
either our guys are, like, temporarily bald.
Balding.
Yeah,
they're all older,
those
though.
on bald. Like, that's damn near like 4 of them, bro.
Dunphy, though. Oh my god, Dunphy.
I miss Dunphy, man.
Dunphy was so
I wish he still came through, but
But I was good with his character.
Yeah.
I was good with his
Bro,
character.
me and his character and John Zathera.
Jesus.
We're homeboys. And we're homeboys because you were gone half the time.
I know,
That's
man.
you homeboys.
Yeah, I know. We couldn't be the dynamic duo, man, like we always are.
Yeah, because either I'm not there or you're not there, and most of them you're not there, and I'm like, god damn it, man, I wish fucking Luke was here. So
No, it's not the same. When you're not there, I'm like... But, when you're not there, I'm usually teaming up with Weideman.
Sure.
So...
If I'm not running it, too.
Yeah, because if he's not running, we're always doing the whole... We're doing that.
Doing the whole, you want to be partners for the Suns project?
It's literally like we're talking across the table. We're not supposed to. It's just like... So...
So I'm going to do
me
this.
the adventurer over here.
And John's like, and I'm going to help him.
It's kind of like when we play in our feelings of Munchkin.
Oh, we're going to talk about that? Oh, you want to talk about that video?
We're not going to talk about that. Oh my god. You and Shannon? Let's talk about that.
Do we need to, like, explain how it got to that point? Because I feel like
Can we play
people
the
do.
video?
I mean, we can.
We can play the video? Hold on, guys. I'm going to bring up the video on Instagram. Give me a second here. I'm going to pull up the video.
While he's pulling up the video, I guess let me explain. So one of our buddies, right? More or less, he got a new stepdaughter, and when I first met this chick, cool chick and everything, but she talked a lot of shit, and it was mainly directed at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? What'd I do? Apparently, it's just how she is. She just talks a lot of shit to people. I guess it's how she expresses how she likes them. I don't know. But, so I didn't understand it because I don't understand women to begin with. And, I just decided, like, you know what? Alright, fine, I'm gonna talk shit back. But it's always her talking more shit than me. And I'm kind of like, okay, I'm kind of tired of talking shit. So eventually it got to a point where our gaming group was tired of doing the tabletop thing, and they wanted to just do... Huh?
Did you gram this?
No, it is on... Oh, I should gram it. Damn it.
Or is this on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
I'm just going to pull up my phone to the
Okay.
camera. because the web browser is moving kind of slow. Okay,
But basically,
the sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while.
what had happened was I was at work, and the gaming group decided they wanted to play Munchkin and go for the Munchkin freaking championship title again. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't care for Munchkin.
You shared this to the group, didn't you?
I did share it to our gaming group.
Okay.
Tell them to hop on that Mobile Legends, bro. Don't y'all laugh at me, bro. That's not funny, bro. I'm serious.
Don't do it.
I can't fuck with you.
So anyways, she started talking shit again. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm definitely coming over now. And it's not because I want to play Munchkin and I enjoy it. No, it's literally just to fuck with you now. And God, did I ever have the moment in time where I'm like, given something by the grace of the universe to play at someone else. It was perfect. It was astounding by all means. And the thing about it too, I wasn't even tipsy yet. This is just deep resided asshole me being an asshole. It's like, yeah, you guys take me for granted sometimes. I'm a real nice guy and shit. Until you fucking put me in a place where I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna be a dick now.
This was last month, right?
What,
The video?
the video?
Or was that earlier this month?
Hell, bro.
Oh,
I think that's almost 2 months ago. Oh, you did? I don't regret anything. Oh, my comment to that too when she said that.
Okay, so we're not gonna play
the whole thing.
We're not gonna play the whole thing, but basically,
I'll throw it up on Instagram.
Yeah,
Because it is a really good video.
it is. It's amazing.
Yeah. I'll throw it up on Instagram.
I might
And
share
I'll shoot the link to him
I'll
and-
shoot the link in the chat in a second.
But basically, what had happened was she was in a position where no one that she was allied with could help her, nor anyone who wasn't allied with her would help her. And I was like, I'll help you. And she's like, I don't know if I want it. I was like, no, don't worry. I don't want your treasures. I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to beg. And she's like, what? I was like, I want you to come over to me, take a knee, and ask for my help. I want you to beg for my help. And then after that, you kiss my hand.
And because she was so determined to win, she did it.
Greed.
And we got it on film.
Humans are so easily manipulated. When they want something and you know you have the means to help them.
Who won that game?
Well, it wasn't her.
No, she left.
Yeah.
I think it was Raven.
I think it was.
Yeah, she did. So
Yeah,
her mom,
yeah,
her
that's
mom
right.
won the
Yeah,
game.
her mom won. But it wasn't Shannon that won. It was her mom. Still doesn't count.
Oh my god, that was so good, dude.
It was definitely. And the funny thing is, I had a buddy, right, who's like really against being a nerd, even though he plays video games and shit like that. He came through and he didn't want to play with anyone and all that jazz. And I was like, bro, then just watch, learn. So whenever you come over next time, you may want to jump in. But even his ass was laughing at that shit. He's like, holy fuck, bro. Like, it gets laughed like that? I was like, sometimes. It's like, honestly, that was just a fluke, really.
Yeah.
That no one expected that shit.
That just kind of happened off the cuff.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
That was something that was, like, been brewing. Needed to happen.
Said ZD said, I got too much pride to do that shit. I mean, me too. I would have been like, bro, you was so.
I mean, I'm surprised she even accepted it. It was like, damn, you really did want that win. Shit.
Honestly, though, she was doing
She was
pretty
a good sport about it. She was a good sport.
Well, she was doing pretty good too. Like,
Yeah.
she might have won the fucking game
If she would have stayed.
if she would have stayed. Yeah, she was doing really good.
Even at that, though, I still would have been like, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. It would have been so great too, because I'm an Islander, so I can actually sing that.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, you're not that kind of Islander.
No, I'm not.
But you are an Islander.
I mean, we're probably more closely related. So.
I wonder.
Let's face
Samoans
facts.
and Guamanians?
Yeah.
Possible.
I mean, next to a Japanese guy, yeah.
There's a link there if you guys want to watch the video. It's our Facebook group. So.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but don't they have to be accepted though?
They should be able to watch the post. I think they're public.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you actually have to join the group to see the post. So. Oh, yeah, we were talking. We got to that from tabletop.
Well, we pretty much talked the shit out of Pathfinder.
And
We didn't really talk a whole lot on Mage Ascension.
Yeah, we kind of just went. Into
Yeah,
Pathfinder.
it just blossomed from that.
I mean, but what else do you need to say? The
About
game is
Mage
amazing.
Ascension.
And
Yes,
it's
it's
open,
and
you just have a lot of freedom.
I know, and that's where I'm like, I kind of want to find that Marvel tabletop now because I want something superhero-ish, right?
Right.
Where it's like even more freedoms now.
Yeah.
You just got to choose all your superpowers and how you look in that shit.
Yeah, and if I remember right, it's really cool what you can do. It's almost like
Because I don't think it's a D10 system. I think it's a D6 system.
might be.
Yeah.
I
And it works the same way.
If I really wanted to run my game, my Palladium game, because it was using the superhero Palladium system, and there's so much cool shit you can do with the powers.
Yeah.
Like remember John's character, his rabbit that was super fast
Oh yes,
and had that stupid charisma.
Yes.
And then he had the power that allows him to be even more charismatic.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I can charm people. I'm like, you ever watch Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, the old TV show?
Yes.
Do you remember when Hercules went to the parallel universe and Ares was the god of love?
Oh, and it was in the future? It was modern times?
No. It was.
I remember that in Xena.
That was good. I know what you're talking about. No, it was a parallel universe, and so everyone's like opposites. So Hercules was the god of war in that universe, and Ares was the god of love in that universe.
I did not watch
And
that.
what's her name? Aphrodite.
Yeah.
It's not Aphrodite, is it? In that pantheon. Anyway, the goddess of love was she was I forgot what she was, but she basically was celibate. So
she didn't want no sex.
None.
No.
Hated men. It was
No
great.
snoo.
But Ares, on the other hand, was awesome. As the god of love, he was like, yeah. And then he would use his charm on people, and you'd see this pink dust float to somebody, and then suddenly they want to fuck each other. Bro,
No,
the best
bro,
shit.
you gotta watch that clip, or you gotta find that clip now and send it to me.
I
man.
got you. And he's just
The
wearing,
way you express it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just wearing because he used to wear this really tight leather because
Yeah.
that's the setting, right? But instead of it being black and armor-esque and shit, it was white and with pink lining, and it was it's this super tight leather, and he's got the open chest out and shit, and he's got his hair slicked back, and he's not wearing his mustache and goatee, so he just looks like a pussy. And he was a coward. He couldn't fight, and he was like, dude, I can't fight. I'm the god of love. Come on, man. And because Hercules was trying to get him to help him, he's like, dude, I'm a god of love. I don't fight. Well, dude, you do something. He's like, well, let me try this. And then he gets these guards and oh, I love you, man. I love you too. And they get distracted and they slip by him, bro. It was so fucking hilarious.
You gotta find that.
I'm gonna
episode
find
now,
it
and I'm
on
gonna look for
YouTube
it.
right now.
No, not right
while
now.
we're
We'll do it
searching.
later.
But it was so fucking funny. Oh shit! I still have the. You can't see anything. Hold on.
What'd you do?
Oh, yeah, I guess you can't see the link.
Oh.
You have to see the link. I'm sorry, man.
We'll post it up on.
We'll put it on the gram, and then we'll post it up later.
Yeah. Because I think you can go on Facebook and then just download the video. Yeah,
we can download it.
So I think Raven downloaded it.
We'll
too.
repost it. And then
That's what
what we'll do is that we'll post it in the link to the video to this. So in the description in the YouTube video, whenever I get around to it, which will probably be tomorrow, we'll post a link there, and you'll be able to find it in the description. You can see it.
It's very funny, very
hilarious.
entertaining. Even your comments. Yeah.
Oh, I was just laughing the whole time. I was just being
Obi-Wan, I need your help. Even when she did kiss my hand, I couldn't hold it together, bro. I just started dying.
I did say that dumbass shit, didn't I?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, I need your help.
And then, when she finished kissing my hand, I literally just started busting out, and then I don't know, I guess she got embarrassed and just started fucking pushing me and shit. I was like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wanted to be more Rico Suave about that shit.
God, it was so funny. Someone just asked to join the group, in fact.
Join the group.
There's Zayartoon.
Zara too.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. One member request. That might be Toby.
Is her name Zara?
No.
Toby?
It might be Toby, my boy.
Oh, okay.
Member request.
Is that the Aussie?
I am no. That's my boy Les.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I think it is him. Oh, actually no. Sydney, Australia. It might be Les.
It's the Aussie.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and prove him. There too, you've been accepted to the Facebook group.
Word.
Cause I am an admin.
You're an admin?
Yes, I am an admin to the group. You made me an admin a long time ago. KSA man, what up, bro? Long time viewer. Long time.
But Major Ascension, right? So I really like this system because there's no a whole lot of computing. Like even when people do D20 rolls with me in my game, I have to sit there and be like, okay,
you gotta think.
Yeah, how can I allow this? Because sometimes they're trying to do something like super awesome, and I want them to have something, but their roll wasn't high enough. Right. So now I have to like, oh shit.
And that's the thing I like about White Wolf. It's like you roll successes by whatever stat you're using for the rolls, and then the successes determine how effective it is. If you don't have any successes yet, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Attack, magic, whatever. But like, if there are at least some, it's like, well, explain what you're doing. Like when I did the throwing knives, and it's like I throw the knives and I have them charged with electricity. I throw them. How many knives you throw? 3, all at once. And it's like, well, what's your successes? 1. Okay, 1 knife hits exactly where you wanted to hit at, right square in the fucking head.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit with that zombie.
And it kind of electrocutes him, but
no, I thought it electrocuted a couple of them.
Yeah, but it didn't work like what I wanted to be done.
Yeah,
it only hit like 1 guy.
Yeah, and that's like probably the only confusing part with Mage Ascension with me, because initially, I mean, you're playing a guy with werewolf blood in you, as I'm playing like a newly turned werewolf, so I have no control over my werewolf transformation, and that's literally up to the GM on what I do after that. But when it comes to the magic shit, it's just like I have to sit there and be like, okay, so how does this work? Like if I wanted to do this, what bullets or points would I need for what magic?
And that's one of the really cool things. It's like, okay, you have to figure out what spheres control what kind of realm of.
Which is kind of vague though.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes. But it's like, okay, so like say you use the obviously time is self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's
use the time sphere. It gives you the power to control over time. Or like in my case, I use. Most of the 2 spheres I'm using, my primary sphere is matter, which is manipulation of matter, and forces, which is manipulation of elements. Those are the ones I use the most. So I'm usually having some kind of matter control, and I combine it with my ability to control the elements, and then I do some kind of cool shit, like when I did the superheated light.
Yes.
And basically turn it into a laser beam. Okay, I have the ability to control matter to a degree. I can control the atoms of light, and then I use my power to control the elements to heat this light to a point where it becomes a focused laser. And it's like, it's up to the GM if they want to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, roll your shit. I succeeded. Boom. But because I only had like 1 success, it only hits like 1 person. Like it only killed. It burned a bunch of the zombies, but it only killed 1.
Yeah, I remember that.
So like, that's kind of the flexibility of the system, which I really like. And then like just for normal attacks, enemies take a wound, so you don't have HP in the traditional sense.
I noticed that. Yeah.
It's like you take a bruise, and then it becomes a wound, and then it becomes like critical, and then you go into like unconsciousness, and then like death. It's like 5 or 6 nodes. And that's it. Like if you get hit a bunch of times all at once, like, oh, I hit you. Oh, you got hit again. Oh, you got hit again. Oh, you drop. So if somebody doesn't save you now, you're going to start bleeding out, and you're going to start taking the rest of the damage.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, because now you don't have to worry about HP, and I don't have to worry about any of that extra shit, with armor, none of that. Granted, if you do have armor, you can protect yourself. They can absorb some of that for you, and it soaks the damage until it gets past it. So,
Oh, so very much like Palladium then, to a degree.
Yes.
Okay.
Where Palladium's like, you gotta get rid of that armor first. And then after that, you can start taking damage.
Okay.
So I really enjoy White Wolf because it's super simple to play and well, I'm not gonna say super simple to run because since it's so vague, you really have to have a
good imagination.
Good imagination to be a GM. Because most of the time, you know, I imagine players are spitballing spells, like just coming up with shit. Because there are spells in the book to use, but even then, it even tells you. It literally says in the rule.
Yeah, you need certain spheres and certain things in
you need
order
certain
for it to
spheres,
work.
but that, and also that you can just invent shit
Yeah.
on the fly. Which I'm not going to use the spells in the book. What? I'd have to have a lot more spheres to use a lot of this stuff.
True. Yeah.
So it's just
and that's the thing too. Whenever we're fighting that was it a billy goat or some shit, some humanoid brolic billy goat?
That was fun.
And so I play a werewolf, right? But I'm a veteran who went AWOL, and I took up more or less Buddhism. So I belong to a certain brotherhood within the Mage Ascension shit.
Brotherhood.
Yeah.
They're
I'm like,
Buddhist.
okay, so I'm really gonna have to play out the whole Buddha and like controlling my emotions and all that shit, because that's literally what triggers my werewolf shit.
You gotta control your chakra and all that. And
so there's this one time where I'm
wearing your 1080 beads on.
Yeah. So I just wanted to like not kill the motherfucking billy goat. I wanted to knock it out. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna do this with the like a big old, like I'm doing the Tony Jaa from Ong Bak freaking elephant, like I'm hand palming Buddha palm this fucking guy right in the middle of the head. And he's like, okay, are you gonna use any magic with that? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use, was it primal or prime or some shit? Which you guys explained to me, it adds a bit of freaking power behind whatever you're doing. I'm like,
since prime is essentially the essence of magic itself, you can just use it as a battery. Like, oh, I gotta charge this battery up. I got like 4 points in prime. Boom, pumping into my magic, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like supercharging as well.
Which I didn't gather. And then I guess when I did it, it was like a really high fucking number. I think it was just a straight D10.
You had a lot of successes.
Yeah, and what ended up happening was I Buddha palmed this guy on the forehead so hard, he did the whole fucking One Punch Man, like cratered into the ground and freaking died.
You Kung Fu hustled him.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted.
What did they call it, the Kung Fu hustle?
The Buddha's palm.
It was Buddha's palm.
The Buddha's palm, yeah. And I'm like,
you leave a handprint though.
I'm literally sitting there in my character. I'm like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to kill him. And he's like, well, he's dead, bro. He's dead. We're like, but that's not what I want. I mean,
I was trying to kill him. I mean, I was trying to like disembowel him.
I know you did, but I'm pretty sure Shattuck's character didn't want to, and I'm pretty sure John's character didn't want to, because I think they wanted him alive for
they were trying to interrogate him.
Yeah.
I mean, I Chidori'd the guy. I Naruto'd him.
I can't remember.
I stabbed him in the stomach.
Oh yeah, you did.
I was like, I went into full Sasuke edgy mode. It's like, let's see if you can dodge this jutsu. Oh man.
Which I'm gonna have to play more into that kung fu shit, since I'm a Akasha Brotherhood. Yeah. So you can. Yeah.
So but yeah, Mage.
It's a great game. Really
great game.
We need to play that more often.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy is we played that once too. We played this straight up. It was vampires and werewolves, and half of us players were werewolves. Of course, I was a werewolf. Fuck vampires, Twilight.
That was, I believe that was JT's game, right?
Yes,
His game
yes. And I did not know what the fuck I was getting into. Yeah, I was like, dude, this is really cool. It's just straight RP, hardly any dice rolls. Like, this is amazing. We're literally playing pretend.
It's, that game is an ongoing world he has. Whenever he runs White Wolf, he puts characters in that setting. Like, so everything is constantly ongoing, which is great.
Okay.
I was playing a hunter in that game. So my character was completely human. I used nothing but traditional weapons, and every once in a while magical tools, because I worked for a vampire.
Which I feel like maybe I should have made that system more of my game for my book.
That would have been good.
Yeah,
because you would have had a lot of flexibility.
Yes. No, and the thing is,
we need to get Shattuck his Wraith, man.
I know.
We need to give him his Wraith. We're gonna figure it
I
out.
feel like,
We're gonna figure it out.
bro, because you got two werewolves now. And I was actually pushing to Corbin's character. I was like, bro, just ask Heinz to play a vampire.
You can. I mean, they're in age.
We talked about that too, me and John, and was like, bro, like I'm pretty sure he'll allow it because he has two werewolves now, and even at that, you might as well just introduce all the other freaking shit, because yeah, sure, werewolves are freaking would destroy vampires hands down.
Yes.
Mages, I'm sorry, but vampires and werewolves both, you're gonna destroy the fucking mages, and then rates like
It depends. It depends on the mage.
true, yeah,
A clever mage will kill a vampire or a werewolf. They're dangerous.
yeah.
And that's something that actually is in
And
the
turning the werewolf's blood into freaking silver.
yeah. So and then silver course through your veins.
Yeah. Exploding fireball in the fire.
That's actually
right,
something that is in the werewolf book that they warn you about in the thing when they're describing the other like
when you come across a mage, kill him immediately.
Yeah, because they're dangerous and basically they're abominations, which technically they are. Because they pervert nature.
Yes.
Because werewolves' magic is shamanistic. They also warn against vampires, which again is kind of a perversion of nature.
Because they're undead.
Yeah, they're undead.
I feel like werewolves are very much like
they're druids.
a balance. Yeah,
They're druids.
the balance between nature and
Some of the tribes
society.
are more druidic than others.
Yes, I remember reading that.
The Bone Gnawers and the I believe the Children of Gaia, I believe they were called. They're very druidic. The Bone Gnawers use nothing but natural tools. They live with nature. Not so much like Children of Gaia. They're basically like bums and homeless people.
Yeah.
But everything they use is made from like animals. As far as weapons, they like that's how they live. They just eschew society. But they're not
Kind of like what I want to do.
They're not as shamanistic as the Children of Gaia. They're like hippies. They are super anything
Cool hippies, not the annoying.
basically anything Kim would play.
Yeah, but she played a vampire, I believe. I don't think she played a werewolf.
No, I'm just saying.
Y'all have
like,
played a werewolf.
I'm just saying. Usually,
Yeah.
she wants to play hippie. She wants to
Yeah,
play,
I know, but
she wants to do
she
flower
don't do
power,
that.
bro.
She does vampires.
Well, that's different. That's
Fucking
that's different in
vampires.
age, though. She wants to be a vampire. She wants
Fucking
to be,
Belmonts.
she wants to be a sparkly vampire. Twilight.
Gay.
What did Alucard say in Hellsinger Bridge?
Oh shit.
Knock knock. Who is it? Open the door. A real fucking vampire. That shit was great.
I'm not gonna lie, that bridge freaking Helsing shit was
fucking
amazing.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the DBZ shit, but it's mainly like Vegeta just being savage as fuck. It's really just that.
He's so
just Vegeta
brolic,
being
bro.
already like more of a dick than he already is.
He's like, I am the hype. Vegeta, dude.
Vegeta's my boy, bro. Because he is literally the underdog.
He
Trying
runs
to be the dog.
He's ready to go on. He's like, what are you doing? What am I doing? Are you thwarting my plans? Thwarting your plans? Are you? No. Think good.
Look how fun that shit, man.
Oh my god. The best part is when he does that bit again with Krillin. He's like, what are you doing? What are we doing? Are you thwarting my plans? Thwarting your plans? Are you? Yes. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
The Cell ones too. The Cell ones are good. That is almost as good as Vegeta's shit. Especially like when it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, you're talking about the Cell versus video.
Yeah.
The funny thing about those, okay, so there's the Team 4-star ones they did.
Okay.
And then there's a guy named Double Artemis who literally like copied that series
Into the
and
Cell games.
He has made it an entire his whole YouTube channel is that. And it's so funny. The last episode I just watched, it was Cell versus who did he go
I
against?
saw the Yu Yu Hakusho one. That one was hilarious.
There's one where it's Cell versus Gundam, and there's a character
Wait,
that's
Gundam Wing?
yes. So it's Cell. He's in a Gundam and he's fighting a recurring character in the show named Shallot. And Shallot's so pissed because he's like, "Damn it, Cell! If I win this fight, I'm gonna get some fucking character development." And Cell's like, "Come on, Shallot. We both know you're not gonna win." And so Shallot wins. And Cell's like, "This is bullshit," because Cell's about to beat Shallot, right? And then Shallot takes out a drill and it's from Gurren Lagann. And he puts the drill in his body, he becomes the mech from Gurren Lagann. And so I was like, that's bullshit. And then he beats Cell like that. It's so fucking funny, dude. There's always some ass bullshit.
Gurren
like
Lagann's dope.
It's always some ass bullshit like that. Or there's one where it's like, it's Cell versus Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That was amazing.
I haven't watched enough of that one. So.
When he does the translation, because he does subtitles for a Dio, it's not right because he doesn't speak Japanese, so he's just putting all kinds of dumbass shit when Dio's talking to them, and and they can somehow understand them, and he's like, "Oh, this is such a great night. Are you looking for something to eat? Because I am." And they're like, "We don't have any food," and then Kermit's like, "I think we are the food, Cell." That's bullshit. No, Cell says to Kermit, he's like, "I think we are the food, Kermit." He's like, "You monster!" And then it's like, Dio says something back to them in Japanese, and then like, "You'll never see it. We'll never let you stop us." And then fucking, he's like, "Zoraldo!" And then Kermit disappears for a second, and Cell's like, "What the fuck?" And then he lets the time run out again, and Kermit's like, "Kermit, you're back. Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah." And my legs are broken. So he like stopped time, broke his legs, put him back there. Oh Jesus! It's such a funny fucking video, dude.
The last one I saw was when he went up against Fist of the North Star.
Look up Devil. Oh, that one's funny.
Yeah.
Your arm. Yes. All right. Do you need that? No. Can I eat it? Yes. You can eat it, and it'll be the last thing you'll ever do. And he's like, no. And then he says something about him being dead again. He's like, what?
And then he grows his whole body back, and he's like, what the fuck?
You fucking
that
asshole.
was really painful.
Oh Jesus, we just spiraled, man. Okay, so we were.
But that's that. Hey, this is the podcast. Right. That's what we do.
So we're gonna talk about some video games now, because otherwise we'll be talking about my boy Devil Artemis all damn day, and this is not a Devil Artemis promotional podcast. So we're not gonna.
But it is some good shit.
But check out Devil Artemis on YouTube because
if you haven't, you're lame.
So there's a bunch of new games coming out like right now. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I got
Ghost of Tsushima.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
But like right
I'll
now,
put that on hold.
Literally, for me, this sucks because it's like Neo 2, Final Fantasy 7 remake, RE3 remake, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing for you people who love that game and keep bringing it up to people who don't.
Harvest
play it.
Moon for children.
I don't know. I still don't know what Animal
Harvest
Crossing
Moon
is.
for children.
I watched. Mega Ran was playing it on his channel earlier.
Harvest Moon.
And he was showing us the inside of his house.
Yeah. And
like he had an arcade in the room set up.
Oh, so he got a really good extension on his house.
Yeah, turntables.
Wow.
So like the room literally was like 2 sets of turntables and like arcade machines, and then there was a foosball table.
I mean, from what I'm gathering, it is kind of like Harvest Moon, but it is also like The Sims.
That's what
because you can fully customize
for me when I see
your ranch.
For me, when I see it, it's like The Sims. And then the current Animal Crossing is that you're like you go on this vacation to this deserted island.
Yeah.
And you get stuck there. You have to like survive there.
And there's animal people.
And all the characters like animal. Well,
sounds like the Boy and the Beast.
Some of them are like animal people. Some of them are just regular people.
Oh, okay.
So. I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I don't play those games. But anyway, we're not talking about fucking Animal Crossing here. Neo 2. I already mentioned that yesterday. It's fucking amazing. I gotta get you to try it out. We might fire it up later on, just so you can check it out.
Okay.
Just to see what make.
I mean, I'll probably like it because of the customization of the character. Because I'm all about that.
It's really good. The character customization is really in depth.
Okay.
Outside of that, it's just the normal shit from Neo 1 as far as how the game plays. They changed some things. You don't have the living weapons, that power-up thing.
Yeah.
Now you like turn into a demon.
Yeah, I saw that in the demo. I mean, from what I was told, right, like when people did a review on it, and I do look at reviews.
Right.
And unfortunately, I side more with Angry Joe.
He's a decent reviewer.
Yeah, I mean, because he gave a review on this game, Dying Light. I don't know if you know about it. Zombie with parkour.
Good game.
Yeah. And he gave it a very basic review. It was like an 8 out of 10.
It's a very basic game.
Yeah, and he's like, honestly, it's like a cheesy action film.
Yeah.
But if you are into that shit and you like parkour and you like killing zombies, then you're more than likely gonna like this game.
It's not a bad game.
Yeah.
That I forgot what the game was called, like Dead Island or some shit like that.
Dead Island was
It was the game before it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same system. There's some new stuff in Dying Light that makes it play better.
Yes, Dying Light is the improvement of Dead Island. I'm sorry.
But that game is really boring if you're playing by yourself.
Dying Light?
Dead Island.
Oh, Dead Island. Yes,
Jesus.
yes. Oh my god. I mean, the horror factor was there though. I mean, I don't know how many times I was searching through rooms and I was just like creepy all the time, creepy all the time. Oh fuck! Beat you with a hammer.
I picked the Asian girl, so I had the knife thing.
Oh, so did I. Oh yeah, especially like when you're just smashing R2, it's like.
Yep.
I was like, damn. And if it wasn't her, it was a baseball guy.
I wanted to pick the black dude, the rapper,
Yeah.
because you know the songs he sings.
Voodoo to voodoo. I was like, damn, this is pretty dope, man.
Oh,
Yeah, might download this later.
But then RE3 remake. Have you ever played Resident Evil 3?
I actually have it on my PSP Vita,
So you know,
and it's the original.
that's a good game. Did you play the demo of remake yet?
I didn't play it. I watched someone play it,
Okay.
and it pretty much looks just as hard as the Resident Evil 2 remake. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you're a little bit more.
I feel like the zombies actually die this time though.
You're a little bit more capable in this game.
Yeah.
Obviously, because Jill's a trained, like,
SARS
highly trained
member.
officer.
Yeah.
So she's not a rookie cop or a person with very little combat training.
I mean, they made her garbage in freaking the movie, but yeah.
Let's not talk about the Mila Jovovich movies. The only Resident Evil movies that need to be acknowledged here on this show are the CG films, because not only are they canon, but they're better.
I was actually about to ask about that to you, like not on the podcast, but you know, in person, off stream.
If you want to watch the latest CG film, I have it on Blu-ray.
No, I'm talking about the Resident Evil movies with Mia Jovovich, which well, I was asking.
First one's great.
Well, yes, it was.
I
I mean, it kind of threw me for a loop because I remember the first game, and that's like I didn't know what a zombie was whenever that game came out, and then I saw it, I was like, if that's a zombie, like that's fucking horrifying. Like holy fuck, a human person, a former human person, eating you alive.
Yeah.
That's scary as shit.
I
was 8 years old, by the way.
I thought the first movie was great. I enjoyed it. I knew it was going to be a deviation from the games. I was like, there's no way they're going to make the fucking game like a movie.
Of course not. No. I mean, if they did, though, I'm pretty sure it probably would have been a better game.
Well, even like the CG films
Yeah.
don't follow any of the game storylines. They're all original. They use the lore for the games.
Yeah.
Because they are canon to the games.
Okay.
Like, they involve the characters, stuff from the games. There's acknowledgement of things that happen in the films. Most of the films are about Leon because he's the man.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's literally God, but okay.
I mean, he's John Wick before John Wick was a thing. I mean, seriously,
John Wick for zombies.
He was. You watched the first Resident Evil CG film. He's
I did.
John Wick.
I did. I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like, there were so many times where you should have got bit.
No. The third one's even worse. There's literally a part where it's him and Chris, and they're going down this hallway in this building. It's flooded with zombies. And mind you, Leon is only using his trusty pistol. Chris has a whole fucking assault rifle. He's got his rig because he's working with this organization, so he has his rig set up. Leon just has his gun, and he doesn't have a vest, a bulletproof vest or nothing to grab himself, just his regular civilian clothes. And he comes in there on a motorcycle, and like Chris is like, we gotta get past the hallway because they're trying to save Rebecca. And bro, you talk about John Wick. Leon was showing his ass, bro, all kinds of shit. I'm like, I'm watching John Wick and CG
Too
right
bad
now.
Keanu Reeves couldn't pull off blonde.
But Leon's not really blonde. He's like dark brownish.
He's
He's
dirty
dirty
blonde.
blonde, yeah.
Dirty blonde. And even at that, Keanu Reeves would not look good dirty blonde.
I don't
Let's
think
be
so.
honest.
That's why
He's a
did-
birdman.
That's why he didn't dye his hair in Constantine. He just kept his normal hair color. But Jesus Christ, he was a great Constantine, was he not? He like embodied the character. I was like, yep, I can believe this. You know what the cool part was about about that movie?
Let me interject. When I watched John Constantine, I didn't have any idea that it was a comic book. So I was just watching it, just straight unbiased opinion. I was like, wow, this is dope. Like, I kind of want to go into exorcism now. I mean, at 15 years old.
Me personally, I bought the widescreen edition of the movie. The movie hit the light. It's getting kind of dark. The widescreen edition of the movie comes with a Constantine comic. Like a little miniature version, and it's 3 Constantine stories.
Shit.
2 of them are him as an adult. One of them, and it's from the Hellraiser, original Hellraiser comics. One of them is when he first met Lucifer.
Ah, when he died the first time?
No. Lucifer met him when he was a child. Literally, it's the story. John's walking on the beach.
So let me guess.
Dude, John's like 6 or 7.
Well, let me guess. Like, Lucifer was interested in him because of the fact that he's a medium. He can see into,
He meets John. He just happened to be on Earth, just fucking around, and he's a kid. He's in a kid's body, and he's talking to John, and John's just being really friendly. He's a little kid, dude, and he introduces himself, and he's like, "My name's Constantine." And he's like, "Oh, that's a name from the Bible. Interesting." And he starts to talk to John about religion and things like that. And John's like, "Oh, he's a kid, dude. He doesn't really have like a really opinion on it.
He's barely even a Nazi boy."
And so then he leaves after that.
Yeah.
And from that point on, Lucifer wanted his soul. Like, oh, I like him.
Because he's a medium.
Like after John walks away, he's like, oh, I like this one. I'll be watching him. And then the comic ends. I was like, wow.
Because I remember. Hold on. Let me finish my sentence as soon as I get back. Okay, so I remember the film, right? Because I didn't read the comics, nor did I know anything about Constantine. But what the movie basically said was, this is when him and his the chick, Rachel Weisz, basically they're comparing their lifestyles or their earlier days, and basically he killed himself because he was suffering the same shit that old girl's freaking sister did.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying, like, so Lucifer knew that he was a medium to some extent.
I don't know if that's exactly how it was in the comic when he kills himself. I just know that from the point Lucifer met him, he wanted Constantine for himself.
Mm.
And I think once he killed himself, he's like, oh, now I got you. Now you can't escape. But somehow, well, John gets revived because of the EMTs.
Yeah.
But you already committed suicide. You're already damned. So now he's like, oh, well, now I'm just waiting.
And he was dead for like 15 minutes, right? Or some shit like that?
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it
like,
felt like an eternity already for him.
Because he was in hell.
Mm.
And so Lucifer is like, oh, you're already damned. You already committed the ultimate sin.
Yeah.
Now I'm just waiting.
Hence his whole reasoning in the taking off, man.
Yes, sir.
Alright, remember?
I'm more than welcome to come through the house. I already know what it is.
Right.
What's got coronavirus? Nigga, my immune system is legit.
We'll see you, man. We will.
We're not seeing, nigga. I am that nigga.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you during the zombie apocalypse.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm really waiting for.
Evolves
Exactly.
and people for real start eating each other alive.
Yeah, and then I'm glad, because then guess what? I'm gonna be like Jax from fucking Mechanical Arms punching niggas' faces in, bro.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying now. Something about
Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine being a medium and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already said my piece. You're talking about it.
So yeah, he already knew from him being a child that he wanted him, and then once he commits that sin, it's like, oh, now I'm for sure going to get you.
Yeah,
because you damned yourself.
Because Catholicism.
Yeah. And so, like, Constantine's mission from that point, after realizing that hell is real, is to find some way so he can undamn himself. That's like his sole mission in life.
Hence his reasoning for becoming an exorcist and taking out demons for the sake of God to try and buy his way.
Of course, everyone always tells him, like, John, you killed yourself, man. You're damned. No. There's no loophole. And of course, John's a piece of shit.
But there is.
And
at least in the film there was.
In the film, he found one on accident, but he found one. It's like, oh, you did a noble thing and sacrificed yourself, so now you're gonna be brought back into heaven. And of course, Lucifer's like, you will. No.
That's a great actor too, by the way.
He
was perfect for Lucifer. Oh my god.
I'm taking away all your cancer. all that.
All the tar in your lungs and shit.
Gonna heal those wrist slits you did.
You will live.
My favorite part is when he's like, "All right, so you found out about my son. And you informed me.
Oh yeah, we were talking about his son and Gabriel.
What do you want?"
Mm.
And he's like, "Nothing." He's like, "You gotta want something, John. An extension. What?
An extension.
Nothing." No, I think he tells him to bring the girl back to life.
No, he says the girl's sister. He's like the sister.
Yeah, that's right.
What about her?
Let her go. And he's like,
let her go.
Okay, done.
Done. And then it was like just like that. I was
And
like,
then he's like, "All right,
all
John.
powerful
Well,"
Lucifer.
and then he's like, "All right, John. Well, that's it. You're about to die."
Yeah, time to go, John.
And then he starts to drag him,
Yeah.
and then it's like, "Ah!" He's like, "Wait, no,
Yeah, no. When he was coming up, because I'm doing it for the camera. When he was coming up, he was just.
I love when he flicked
like,
that wall.
damn.
I was like, "Oh, well, he found his loophole," and he's like, no, I'm gonna give you a chance to fuck up again."
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So in that universe, Lucifer has
A great
real power.
film, and I wish we had more of it too.
Bro, but think about that. Lucifer has real power in that
Yeah, I know.
in that world.
Yeah,
He can keep people from dying.
I know.
So because John is dead.
I mean, he was at one point. If you follow Catholicism,
I mean, he is the highest
is-
angel. Yes.
Well, he was.
He was the right hand of God himself.
Which is why I wanted more, because there's so much more lore that was not really said too. Like the whole angel thing with Gabriel, that's like a play on everything. Like Gabriel's supposed to betray God.
The fallen angel.
Yeah. Gabriel, always in every single freaking Hollywood film when it deals with heaven and hell, Gabriel is always the one that betrays. And then, of course, what was that one movie, Legion? I felt like the movie Legion could have been better than what it was.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
You don't have to check
You
it
don't
out.
have to,
Let's
but
check
if
it
you want to. Like, the only dope part was whenever Gabriel and Michael the Archangel freaking duke it out.
Gonna have to check that out. But we kind of spitballed into a conversation not about video games, and we started talking about Constantine.
RetroGaming Dojo, we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
I could talk about my dick right now.
Whoa.
I don't know if I will for an hour or 30 minutes or so, but I could.
I mean, you don't. I couldn't talk about my dick.
I mean,
Unless we're talking about the song My Dick.
that's a great song.
It is.
But like RE3 Remake, and then Doom Eternal.
Ah, yes, Doom.
Jesus Christ, I want to play that.
Which, by the way, the old Xbox Doom that they made.
Oh, you're talking about Doom 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually really good. You know what the
It's-
problem
it's-
was?
it's a
It was
horror-
super hard.
It's a very horror game. I like it.
Yeah, but it was super hard. I barely got through the first
The
boss.
bad thing is that in the vanilla version, the flashlight is separate from your weapons,
Oh, yes.
so you're having to keep switching back and forth. And they fixed that in the second game, or the expansion. But I remember people complaining about that in the vanilla game. And like PC gamers were making mods where like it would tape the flashlight to whatever weapon you're using. And like people were like, "Man, I hate having to switch between the flashlight because everywhere is like pitch black." And it's just like, "Oh shit, I'm getting attacked! Hold on, let me get my gun out."
Yeah. It was
why-
very horror-esque, and I like that.
Like, why wouldn't you have some kind of light attached to your weaponry or your person? This is like a super futuristic military, and you're literally carrying a hand flashlight.
Which I was confused about the whole the Doom guy lore too. Like I had to literally look up YouTube videos on it because I was like, which there's this great theory on it that the Doom guy is actually Link from Zelda.
Oh,
if you ever
Jesus,
watched that,
stop.
it's really good though. I was like,
It's
it
probably-
makes kind of sense,
yeah, it probably
especially
is.
after this last Zelda. It made kind of sense. I
like
can see that.
I like the lore with the Doom guy, especially now with Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
They've linked the new Doom games because a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is going to be a soft reboot," and it's not. It's the original Doom guy.
That's what they were telling too. Is that the Doom games? It's the same guy, but he was, I guess, something where he went into his sleep.
Okay, so basically what happens, and they actually show it in Doom Eternal. At the end of Doom 64, Doom guy stays in hell to just kill demons. Like he just goes on a fucking...
He pulls a Dante from Devil May Cry.
He goes on a revenge spree because that's why he's killing them at this point. They killed his pet bunny.
His what?
His pet bunny.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that too. Yeah.
So essentially, the bunny is the last thing that reminds him of his family that were killed by demons, and so he, after they kill his rabbit, when he goes back to Earth from Mars,
Yeah.
they see his rabbit dead, and he goes ape shit. And yeah, Doom 2 happens. And then Doom 64 happens after that. He literally goes into hell and just goes on a killing spree. And because time moves differently in hell, it's been thousands of years. In human world, it hasn't been that long. Maybe 10, 20 years, something like that.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is Daisy the bunny. And that was a story from the Doom comic book. So essentially...
I didn't know there was a comic book, too.
They
Jesus Christ.
Doom Eternal wraps up everything nice.
Wow.
So what happens is a cutscene, and they show...
Wow.
They show a scene...
Doing the Owen Wilson, wow.
Wow. They show a scene in Doom Eternal. The people, the Sentinels, they find him. They open a portal to hell, and they find him
And they
there.
find the sarcophagus.
No, they find him there. And at this point, because he's been there for like 1,000 years,
Yeah.
he's basically can't even like put together normal words. Like he's completely incoherent.
Brain dead, yeah.
Like so they're talking to him and he's like rip and tear, and that's all he can say, and he's like a berserker.
Okay.
And so they put him in some arena. They're like, maybe we can train him, make him one of our warriors. He beats the shit out of everybody that they send him against. He's like, oh, we'll train you. He's like, big guts, rip and tear, demons, kill them all, and that's all he can say. And so,
Didn't he have a cameo in Unlimited Tournament or Unreal Tournament?
He was like,
yeah. Is that what that whole deal was too? Or?
No, that's just a cameo.
Okay.
So essentially, they train him, and he slowly regains his sanity. And when they train him, and he gets chosen by their higher power thing, he basically becomes immortal. So now he's really fucking dangerous. And mind you, he still fucking has this intense hatred for demons.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we're gonna use him as a weapon. And yeah, he goes on a rampage, obviously. And if you see the lore in Doom 2016, demons are scared of him. Like, they run at the sight of him. Not only did he go on a rampage while he's still a normal fucking human in hell, they know that's the same person. Now he shows back up as the Doom Slayer. I have this armor that gives me, like, unworldly protection, and I'm basically now an immortal killer.
But you're talking about the Doom Eternal.
Yeah, the Doom Slayer. So basically, the Doom guy becomes the Doom Slayer. What ends up happening is when the Sentinels get betrayed, he gets betrayed as well. The demons are able to get the drop on him. They can't kill him.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's immortal. So they seal him away in the sarcophagus. And they have people protecting it, and they basically are trying to keep him hidden. The UAC find the sarcophagus, and they revive him.
So Doom Eternal is a prequel to the old Doom game that was...
No, it's a sequel. It takes place afterwards.
Okay.
So 2016 is when the sarcophagus gets found, right? In the 2016 release game. And then Eternal takes place after that. There's a flashback scene where you get to see what happened to him.
Oh,
when he got
okay.
pulled out of
Okay.
hell.
Now I'm tracking. Okay.
And there's actually in the new re-release of Doom 64, because they just re-released the game on PC, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. They remastered the game. It's gorgeous. 64 game, that's subjective, but it's gorgeous. And they added a new set of stages that tie into the story from Doom Eternal. So
wow. Okay.
these stages basically explain what happened before he got pulled into that portal and he was found. It shows how he ended up in that place. So everything's now been tied together nice and neat. So yeah, the Doom guy is the Doom Slayer. And yeah. So fucking Doom, man. And it's just like there's been a bunch of memes on the internet, and everyone's like, all this because they killed his rabbit. To think if the demons wouldn't have killed his rabbit and left him alone and not have tried to invade the Earth.
It's kind of like the opposite version of what we were talking about yesterday about the villain.
He's almost like John Wick, but
Yeah.
way worse.
Yeah.
You killed
He
my
has
dog.
he has celestials on his side.
You killed my
Celestial powers, guy.
dog. It's like, hold on. You killed his dog? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know who this is? It's John Wick. This is the fucking boogeyman. Basically the Doom Slayer. Oh man, but there's so many good games coming out right now. And that's not to mention, those are the big AAA titles.
Yeah.
There's a ton of like indie games and shit that's just really off the radar that I've seen and I'm like, bro, I want to play this. Bro, this is really cool. Man, I want to check this out. Like, crazy, man.
What about that one game that you when you showed it to me whenever I first came over to the house, just like months ago? It kind of played like Castlevania, but you're playing as a chick.
Bloodstained?
Yeah.
That's how I have it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on the PlayStation freaking store. So I'm kind of like, did you ever like play it all the way through?
I've beaten it.
Oh.
I have.
How is it?
I'm about to. I've started my nightmare playthrough of the game.
Oh, okay.
Which is the highest difficulty. You can't level up in it, but you keep all your
original.
Because I New Game Plus
Yeah.
into it. So on PC, I basically since I had already beaten it on Xbox, I played it again on PC. I just gave myself everything, and then I beat the game. And now I'm about to do my nightmare playthrough, like max all my fucking magic stuff. And this is a really cool thing about Bloodstained. So have you ever played Castlevania Aria of Sorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how the magic worked in that you would absorb souls from enemies?
Yeah.
You do that in Bloodstained.
Okay.
So what's interesting is there's passive souls that you can use in Bloodstained, just like in Castlevania. In Bloodstained, though, every passive soul you get, if you max it out, it becomes a permanent passive effect at the max
So then
level.
you can switch it
Yeah, you
to
can
level
switch
up
it.
another one,
Yeah.
but that you still keep that passive
Yeah.
effect. Oh wow, okay.
The cool thing is once you max out all your passives, and they become gray souls, and there's a list on the side of your fucking skill list, shows you all the passive souls that you have activated. And essentially, once you max out all the stat boost stuff and resistance stuff, you basically become a god. And that stuff's always running once it becomes a gray soul, because it becomes a gray soul. It always works. So imagine me starting my nightmare playthrough. Yeah, I don't level up, but I have I have all fucking status resistance maxed out, all the strength boost and stat boost maxed out. I can see hidden walls. I can fucking do all kinds of stupid shit. I get bonuses to damage on all weapon types. Like, it's so retarded. It's like I have fucking all these bonuses to luck and all this other shit, and it's just like, yeah, I'm basically a tank. The game's gonna get hard because I can't level up.
Yeah.
But I'm basically a god.
I mean, it's just like any other Castlevania. You just gotta memorize the enemy's moves.
I have a weapon set right now with a gun setup, and because of the equipment I have and the passives I have, I don't spend ammunition. So I can just equip the best gun and the best ammo type, and I have infinite ammunition. And then I have another piece of equipment that lets me not use magic. It just gives me infinite magic. So I equip those guns in that setup, and there's a soul that makes doppelgangers. I have it maxed out, so I summon 4 copies of myself. And I'm just like, I'm gonna jump, and then the 3 copies are gonna sit here, and I'm just gonna shoot shit across the screen. So broken, man. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this nightmare playthrough. I'm like, I don't know if I should stream this because I cheated to get all this stuff, but I've legit beaten the game. I have my entire legit playthrough on YouTube. I almost want to be like, I just want to do this fucking super cheese fucking nightmare playthrough of me being godlike from level 1 and just owning this game. Like, I'm really tempted of doing it. I don't know.
Just call it a speedrun.
Right? I don't know the game that well to speedrun it though.
But it's a good game, right? I mean, the story.
game.
How's the story? Is it very much like Symphony of the Night? Because that's a great story.
Kind of like the guy who's the main villain is actually being controlled, much like Richter.
Okay.
There's kind of like all these kind of subplots. There's a guy who you think is a bad guy, and then you find out, no, this whole time he was trying to keep you from getting hurt. There's your person who's your ally. There's the good person who's on your side who ends up betraying you and is actually the final villain. And she was just setting things in motion so all this could get fucked over.
So it's very Castlevania.
Yeah, it's very Castlevania. And even the soundtrack, like, it's the guy who worked on those, all the fucking, they call them Egomanias, all the games he did, so Symphony of the Night, Order of Ecclesia, Portrait of Ruin, Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, all these games, or Castlevania games, and even Symphony of the Night. These are all games he worked on. So it's him, it's people from that team. They got the composer for all those Castlevania titles to work on the soundtrack. So it's like,
This is very much a Castlevania game.
pretty much in spirit. And if you played the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, the 8-bit version of the game,
Oh yes, yes.
it's basically Castlevania 3 on NES. Like, Very much so.
Since we're on the Castlevania thing, shall we talk about the season 2 of Castlevania?
We can. Is it season 2 or season 3?
Or season 3?
Yeah.
I mean, because season 1 was so short, and then season 2 came with 6 other episodes.
Season 3 was so
So
good.
I might as well just consider that just a whole season right there.
Season 3 was so good. Plus, my boy Alucard got laid. That was great.
I mean, your boy Alucard also
He also
got...
took the dick.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know how to fathom that,
I don't
but
know
I
how
mean,
to
he is a
feel about
vampire,
that.
so...
you know, it's 2020. It still don't sound the same as 2018, bro. Remember when I did that all the time? It don't roll off the tongue, Astro.
I mean, I ain't homophobic, but
I'm not
I
homophobic.
wouldn't lay down with the Japanese man.
I let him
That
dig me
looked
down.
like pretty cute and shit.
Well,
Like
man,
that.
his sister, though.
Like, oh yeah, his sister get
Tits.
it.
Jesus.
Sister get it. Are they twins?
Yeah, they were twins.
I mean, so you pretty much are fucking her, but with a penis.
kind of.
Technically,
Like, you know.
not to sound racist, but they all kind of do look.
I don't know if I find that okay as a man.
No. I mean, if I was like Alucard, where I
But if I was
dabbled,
Alucard,
yeah, and
you
I
know, maybe
dabbled,
wouldn't
like
care.
I'd be like, okay, so you're pretty much your sister, but with a.
I don't know if I want you to fuck me, but you know.
So this could be
We're-
this could be very risque.
we're-
I'm inside your sister. You're inside of me. You look like your sister.
Right. And it's not like you both sucked my dick, so
I mean, let's be honest. He probably did suck Alucard's dick.
I'm sure he did. He was kissing all over his chest and shit. I'm sure he sucked his dick too. I'm sure they both went down. I'm just saying, that was a weird sexual experience.
While you're talking about your boy Alucard getting laid, I'm talking about fucking Hector getting laid.
Oh, you
Because
mean
that's my
Trevor?
dude. Yeah. Huh?
Trevor?
No, I'm talking about Hector.
He did. Oh yeah, he did. Fuck her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got,
I mean,
he
but
got deep in the guts.
I mean, it kind of sucked though, because like
She
it was all
enslaved him?
plot. Yeah.
But he got deep in them guts. Though.
I mean, he did though.
She did say he actually is pretty good at the sex
I
thing.
mean, word. So my boy Hector is a fucking stud.
He got deep
yeah.
in them guts.
Fucking,
She was
fucking
ready.
Devil Forge Master, bro. That was my first cat. Well,
That whole scene.
that was my first
that whole
Castlevania
scene
game.
was such a
Was
setup.
that?
When I didn't notice that she had the blanket in her hands until she went to go sit down. I was like, and I see her throw the blanket down. I was like, I know what this is. Don't fall for it, Hector. It's a trap. Pussy is a trap.
It
I
is.
I said the same thing to Alucard when I seen him walk into the room, and I was like, oh, they're not wearing anything but t-shirts. It's a trap, Alucard. Don't wake up. Kick him out the room. No.
I don't want this. And then
And they were like, yes, you do. Gave him that business. Trevor is the only person who had a normal sexual encounter. He
I
was
know,
just
right?
Fucking the shit out of Cypher.
yeah, making legendaries. Fucking Belmonts.
He's like, I'm gonna intertwine our bloodlines.
Mm.
I'm doing this for the good of the bloodline. Oh shit!
I mean, the only thing, and I had to watch a YouTube video on the review with people who do know the Castlevania series
Right.
by heart, because there are some things in this whole Netflix series
They change a
deal
lot.
where I'm like,
They
yeah, I'm
change
like,
a lot.
and I'm all for change
The thing is,
because I was iffy on Castlevania Lord of Shadow. It was a different take on the whole Belmonts, but at the end of the day, I still didn't like it because I was like, you kind of ruined my Alucard. Dracula's dope, but you still ruined my Alucard.
was alright.
And Lords of Shadow?
Alright.
I mean,
Alright.
I'm kind of thinking, how the fuck did he fit his body in that fucking armor? That ridiculously skinny ass armor. That's what I'm thinking. Now, granted, we know Alucard from the original Symphony of the Night, he can mist. But you didn't see him do that shit in the fucking game. You also didn't see him turn into a fucking wolf or bat, so.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. I just appreciated him being in the game. But the season 3 wasn't bad. I'm really excited about season 4. I want to see what she's going to do with Hector. I feel like eventually she's going to betray them.
Oh, the vampire chick? The
The
one
fact
that looks like a child?
Like, she really went out of her way to make sure.
I mean, real
like,
talk, I was a little weirded out by
she
that
enslaved
whole
Hector?
sex scene, because I was like, you kind of look like a child.
She's enslaved Hector, but she really went out of her way to make sure he was comfortable.
That is true.
Like, she was like, no, we're going to do this, or I'm not letting him
Now,
do anything.
granted, any females who are watching this, take this with a grain of salt, but they manipulate you.
True. But, like I said, she's like, I'm not going to force you to help us if you're not comfortable. Because if you are, then no, I'm not letting them. I'm not letting them take advantage of you, even though they are.
Even though we are,
unless you're really comfortable where you're at. Like you're going to have nice lodging. We're gonna be fucking, which is hey.
I mean, if I was a Devil Force
You're gonna
master,
be
I'd probably be down.
I might just say,
You're gonna
fuck it,
feed
I'll
me.
take the deal.
You're gonna fuck me. All I have to do is make demons to take out the rest of society.
I ain't
Well, that's my
tripping.
darker side of myself. So
I'm not tripping.
Yeah. As far as I'm good. As far as me and my other human compatriots, I think I'm okay.
So I'm gonna be good, right? Yeah. All right. Fuck them niggas. But Isaac, though.
Now, mind you, because again, I played Castlevania Curse of Darkness.
Isaac is not.
Isaac is not the same Isaac that I remember.
He's not Middle Eastern / African.
No.
And
he doesn't have flowy blonde hair and wearing Valdo's freaking suit. Oh, red hair, excuse me. Sorry. He doesn't have a Valdo's suit either.
He's also not based off some random Korean pop singer.
That's who?
Yeah, that's who they use as the model for.
Really?
Yes. They do
my
that a
God.
lot, dude.
Wow.
They did that for him. They did it for Genesis and Crisis Core fucking gacked. That happens a lot.
It's Gat though, man.
I mean, he is a handsome man.
He is.
Jesus.
I mean, he's a very old man too, and he's still looking like that. I was like, damn, bro. Good for
I
you.
loved him in Ninja Assassin. I'm not gonna lie. Did you see that movie?
Who is Gat in Ninja Assassin?
The main character.
No, he was not.
Who
That
was
is
that
not
then?
Gat. That is just a random Korean guy.
I thought that was him.
That's racist, bro.
No, because I know it was a pop singer.
Yeah, no, he's a pop singer, but it ain't
some
Gat.
other guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it
The
was
guy
Gat.
is Japanese.
I thought
The
it was
other
Gat.
guy's Korean. Yeah.
That guy's fucking attractive too. Jesus.
I mean, yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, when the movie came out, because I have very flowy black hair, you know how many times I was like, "Hey, Ninja Assassin." I'm like, "Haha, that's racist." It's racist, bro, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Let me get your girlfriend's number.
Word.
Yeah, I'll be her ninja assassin. I'll assassinate that vagina, bitch. Man, fuck you. Wise girl's like, it's like that meme with the guy walking with his girlfriend.
I felt your heart. Because he does that in the film. Your heart is different from everyone.
Oh Jesus.
It's on the right side of your chest, not the left.
My left. That fucked my whole train of thought up. Look at my stack of styrofoam stuff. Yeah.
It's not toilet paper.
It's not. I wish it was, man. Jesus, that'd be awesome. That's what I should have told him. Hey, like, bro, get some of that industrial toilet paper from your job.
I mean, bro, I'm about to just steal my work's fucking toilet
Bro,
paper
you-
because it comes in that big ass
Hey,
roll
man,
of shit.
give me one, bro.
Yeah.
Watch out for your boy.
I gotta play in with the janitor. You know, I gotta be like, hey man, I'll give you this, you give me that. Bartering system.
Exactly. You're ready. You're already
We're-
getting ready.
Yep.
We're
That's
back.
just training for the true apocalypse. Okay, this is just a taste, guys. Just a taste. You better prep. Okay, I took up archery. Freaking, I mean, I didn't take up Ryokan Jitsu because it's fucking super expensive.
What's that?
Ryokan Jitsu is pretty much
Actual sword fighting.
yeah, sword play, but with the katana.
Is that the style you were trying to study?
Ryokan Jitsu?
Style of swordsmanship you wanted to study?
Yeah, with the katana and all the other makes of samurai-esque shit.
Yeah.
And then you got I can't remember the name of it.
Just put a hose in your toilet.
What?
Just put a hose in your toilet. A bidet.
Oh.
I see some shit like that online. They put like a two fucking thing faucet on the water line to the toilet, and they hooked the hose up to it. It's like about to hook up this bidet. I was like, that's not how that works, bro. That's not how it works. You gotta put like a sprayer on the end, so when you're in the toilet, like,
I mean, I saw a funny video where a guy literally took like, what would you see, like the little circular brush for like washing dishes on a freaking drill that freaking it came down like that and it just chilled in the water, and then when you were done, it just pops up and it goes like really hard. I'm like, whoa. Nah, I'm good. My butthole's alright.
I'll just take.
Bro, I'll just use my sock.
I'll take a bidet, bro. I'll run the water into my fucking tub, and I'll just run hot water. I've done this before. I'll run really hot water. I'll get a wash rack, and I'll just wipe my ass.
I mean, yeah.
and just clean the wash rag off with soap and water. It sanitizes. Just saying.
I mean, real talk, I just drop shot, fucking put my butt over the fucking tub, and just...
You're gonna get clean.
Yeah, I'm gonna be clean. I don't need to waste no toilet paper either.
None. Trust me, there was a time where I had no toilet paper, and I couldn't get any. That wash rag was helpful.
I mean, bro, I
was
saw...
literally washing my butt every time I took a shit.
I saw a post that one of our players freaking posted. You saw that shit, yeah?
Probably from Shattuck.
Yes.
Jesus.
He's been bored, bro.
Yes.
That man is bored.
I'm like, bro.
I mean, it's like every hour. I kid you not. He's posting something else.
My Facebook stable. Every time I look, it's like Shattuck.
Shattuck posted to me. Shattuck posted to me for
Jesus,
Christmas. But one of them was like...
What do you and your wife talk about?
Obviously, they don't talk.
Jesus, my God.
I'm playing, bro. I'm playing.
We love you, Shattuck.
Let me pull this shit up because it's funny. Because like it was literally, I felt like it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was former military and shit.
Well, he does a lot of those because there's a lot of military guys in our group.
Yeah, there are. But it says, okay, so it's a whole freaking like just paragraph, and it says, but in reality, if you think about it, the infantry molds you into something that can survive the apocalypse. You're pretty much a bum that can shoot weapons, you can eat, shit, sleep anywhere. You can also essentially run on crumbs, water, and nicotine, and you can go days, weeks, months without showering. You're set. Plus, you lose all morality, so looting and shooting to survive is whatever. Essentially, you're the human version of a raccoon. A trash panda, if you will. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm a trash panda.
I feel slightly offended by that.
I was not. It's like, fuck yeah, bro, I'm a trash panda.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, you posted that shit, and I was like, yeah, it's me. But as far as I was talking about with the Castlevania Season 3, there was some shit in there, and we talked about it, that it deviates a little bit from the story, or adds to the story, if you will. The whole sisterhood of those vampire chicks, that was something I didn't even freaking catch on the whole lore of original Castlevania.
Camilla is in the Castlevania games, but she's not like an important character.
She's not big.
Isn't
she the succubus?
No.
No?
She's a vampire. She serves Dracula. But she's only in a few games.
Yeah.
And the only history they have to go by as far as Camilla is the actual novelization of that character.
Yeah.
And I think it's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I think it is too.
So like, it's very vague, her actual characterization. So they had to fill in the blanks. And a lot of people were like, "Oh man, they changed so much of the lore." And then you have to realize, like,
no, if anything, they added.
You have to realize, like, they're only really using lore from right now, currently, Curse of Darkness and Castlevania 3.
Saint Germain, they added Saint Germain in that,
Yeah.
which I remember him from Curse of Darkness.
But
I was
they're
like,
only
okay,
using
cool.
those two games for the lore currently.
Yeah.
Like, none of the stuff from Symphony of the Night is a thing yet. Because
I know.
The
I'm
only-
waiting
the-
on that,
The only thing
bro.
from Symphony of the Night that's the thing is the death of Alucard's mother.
Oh, yes.
That is it.
That's it. But his whole,
But
like,
Alucard-
killing his father again?
That's
like,
in Castlevania 3. Alucard was a character back then.
Yeah.
They just didn't give you much of his backstory. They just, he was just like...
I mean, even his whole artwork in the, what was it? Castlevania 3, was it?
Oh, he looks completely different.
Yeah, he looks way not what you saw him now. So.
But, like, it's like... For me, I was like, well, they're filling in stuff, because if you just literally use what was there...
It's going to be very vague.
It wouldn't be you wouldn't really have a show.
Yeah.
The show would have been just...
Which, I realize that, and I'm trying to be patient with it, because
Yeah.
I want to see, friggin' Symphony of the Night animated.
I do.
I want to see my boy Hector, Curse of Darkness
The
animated.
thing is, though, I think with the way they're going, if they keep going and going and going, like, that'll be a long time out.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like they're going to tell Simon's story, which I could not wait to see. Because Simon is a monster fucking
Yeah, he's
badass,
brolic,
bro. Like, literally, if they just go by the original game's depiction of Simon, without the use of magic, literally just with the magical tools that fucking Belmonts use, he killed Dracula single-handedly, not once, but twice. In fact, the second time he kills him, he literally brings him back to life so he can kill him again. After being cursed.
Well, that just sounds...
This dude's a goddamn
That sounds
monster.
overkill,
This dude's
honestly.
a fucking monster, bro. Like, out of all the Belmont, Simon is probably the most dangerous. And it's literally like all the characterization of Simon is just like he's just this amazing warrior.
He's a brolic ass fucking dude. Yeah. He's
So,
old as man.
I can't wait to see that. Like that's what I want to
I
see.
feel you. But I kind of want to see the first Belmont. Like if they just dedicated.
Leon? I mean, we got Leon, kinda. We got a picture of him.
Yeah, just a picture. That's what I'm saying. Like
That's so dirty.
if they, yeah, I know.
Like,
If they
well,
want to,
here's Leon, guys. Here's his sword. But we're not gonna show you anything about him.
not yet,
Not
yet.
I would love if
Because-
they did Leon, because they
that's what I'm
obviously
saying.
acknowledged that he was a character, and so it's like, okay, Leon's a character. So does that mean that Dracula is going to be his friend that becomes Dracula?
Oh yes, I
That's
remember
the
that.
story
Yeah,
from that
yeah.
game. I'm like, yo, if that's the case, if they do a flashback with Leon Belmont,
I think that would be.
that would be amazing.
And you could literally use it to bide people's attention because you need
could-
to release another freaking season.
It could be filler.
Yeah,
It could be like,
fuck yeah,
It could be
bro.
like, okay, we're gonna tell the
man.
story of Dracula and how he became Dracula, and then it just goes back and it starts with Leon Belmont, and you could have like, you don't even have.
But I feel
you
you
have
just
to be a bunch of episodes. You'd be like 2 episodes, and it's kind of summarize the information of that.
I mean, why just
You could do a whole season.
Just do 6.
You could do a whole season of it.
And the
I'm
thing
just
about
saying,
the thing about it is you could just put one in each season that you do.
you could do that.
Yeah.
I would prefer.
So it keeps
I
people
would prefer
interested.
if they just tell the story outright. Like if they just said right now.
Yeah, but it's about drawing in.
Yeah, I'm just.
You know,
That'd be really cool.
keeping your viewers interested. I mean, they do that shit all the
I
time.
feel like
they
you
do
could-
that shit all the time in The Walking Dead, freaking AMC fucking shows all the fucking time, bro.
I feel like you could do like a whole like thing, maybe like a 4-episode arc.
Yeah.
Of, like someone telling the story of Dracula to someone, like someone Isaac meets. In fact, they tell him. They just happen to know they're a chronicler, and they know Dracula's origins, and they tell Isaac.
the merchant who's supposed to be living in
A librarian.
yeah, the librarian.
That would be perfect
Mm.
because he still hasn't been introduced. If
They
introduce him.
kind of did it, and it's the guy that Isaac met in the Middle East, but it still wasn't the librarian.
He's similar to him. Though,
Yeah,
yes.
it's similar.
He
It's
was
not
very
the
similar.
librarian. The librarian lives in
He
Castle
gave me some vibes. Everybody was wanting Death to show up. That
That's who I
didn't
am.
happen. Yeah, so we'll see.
Which, technically, though, in Curse of Darkness, Saint Germain is death.
No,
Yeah.
is he?
Mm-hmm. You watch, after we done with this podcast, you don't look into that.
Well,
like,
no,
what?
no.
Saint Germain
Because
is
the whole
death?
time he's like fucking saying that he doesn't want to get involved in stuff and he can travel through time and
but
shit.
here's my theory now. Because Saint Germain travels through time. You saw that in the 3rd season.
That does happen.
So if you have an entity that's constantly traveling in between different time dimensions, eventually he's going to end up in freaking either the beginning of time, which was literally the end of time, or the end of time in fact. So what does the soul do after the end of time?
Well, if we go by Chrono Trigger, you just sit there.
Well, yeah. But we're not talking about Chrono
I love that in that game. It's like, well, this is the end of time. Time stops here.
Which I kind of liked.
I
Concept.
did like
I was
the idea
wow.
of the guru. He's
And
like,
you know, I kind of took that shit into my own story too. I was
I
like,
do like the idea of the guru, and he just like all the other prophets have died, because
And I'm the last one.
I'm the last one because time doesn't exist here. This is a nexus of time. Time doesn't exist here. I just live here with Specchio, who's weird.
Specchio and some guy who mimics your power. Or wait, is that the Specchio?
Yeah.
Isn't there
The
also
guy
like
who
a
teaches
big
you-
furry dude?
the
Oh,
guy
well,
who
he
teaches you magic.
changes. Yeah, he
Actually,
changes.
I found out recently watching the Chrono Trigger speedrun because he changed his forms. Right, his original form is a frog. The first one you see, it's like one of those little frog enemies.
Yeah.
If you go there at the earliest possible time, at the weakest possible amount
So like
you can be,
you have to be like level
you have
5.
to be low level. And if you get there, you'll see Specchio, and he's like this little frog thing. And it's just the weakest version of him, and he's super easy to beat. So it's really cool. I wouldn't have found that out without watching a speedrun. Love watching speedruns. I've been doing a lot lately, man. Especially with RPGs. So you learn so much information about games. Like
I'm pretty sure I didn't even beat all the freaking endings for Chrono Trigger. I tried. I unlocked Magus's ending, which was pretty fucking dope.
yeah, there's some cool ones. One of my favorite ones is when they play the credits really fast. They just play credits. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, because you end up in the programmers. You end up meeting the programmers.
No,
as
that's
friends. Oh,
that's
not
that's the debug room ending. No, there's one if you just outright just beat the game right from the beginning, like when you get Marl and Chrono, just go beat Lalos, which I've done that. You can beat it.
I did that one time. I thought that was the programmers one. I felt like that was the programmer.
No, the programmers one is it's another early one like that. The programmers one is dope though. You go to the end of time, all the programmers are there. They tell you all this stuff. There's another one where it's like you beat it early, like and they literally just play the credits. That's it. And they show the characters like walking on the screen as the credits are rolling. And it goes really fast. There's another one where I forgot when you beat it, but basically the reptiles take over the world.
Oh,
so the world
yeah.
becomes all lizards. There's that one. There's new ones they added for the DS version.
I had that too.
They added a new.
They had a whole lot of shit in that.
They added a new ending that ties the game to Chrono Cross.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't really care for Chrono Cross.
So you know the guy, the wizard dude who you beat, who's like the goofy motherfucker, tries to take over the kingdom, tries to take over Zeal. He summons the golems.
The guy with the eye patch. Yeah, the guy with the eye patch. The sky pilot.
So he doesn't die. He just goes into that portal. What ends up happening is because he knows that Chrono and Marl and them are the ones who defeated him. And this ending, he comes to 1000 AD and just raises the fucking kingdom. And that's what leads into Chrono Cross. Because remember, in Chrono Cross, the story was like the world basically gets destroyed at some point after Chrono and them save it. And then there's like this cataclysm that splits everything. He's the person that causes that.
Well, see, I didn't even play that much into Chrono Cross just because I wasn't digging the gameplay.
It ties into Chrono Cross and how the kingdom got destroyed and then rebuilt later on.
Okay.
That's how it happens. Because he comes back from that fucking void and then with an army and just like destroys the kingdom.
See, I didn't even know that, and that's actually part of my actual story that I built.
Yeah.
For Pathfinder.
So that's the ending they added though for the DS version, which is the definitive version of the game. So if you're gonna get a version of the game, play that one.
What else? Okay, so we talked about Chrono Trigger a little bit, which we did not have that planned in.
We kind of have mentioned it earlier. I remember it came up in the conversation.
So we talked about Castlevania.
Yep.
What do you know about Ghost of Tsushima? Because that's some shit I was definitely looking forward to.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't.
Will's here.
Oh, Williford?
Well, let's get Williford. After we talk about Ghost of Tsushima, we'll take a few questions and then we're gonna close out because it's getting late.
Okay, so if the viewers have not seen the demo for Ghost of Tsushima, you should. I'm telling you right now, you need to watch that demo for Ghost of Tsushima. We'll watch it right after we're done with the podcast.
We sure will.
Because you'll probably be amazed.
We'll go in the room, we'll fire it.
Like, it's literally on some Last Samurai shit and, like, every other samurai movie you've seen where, like, I don't know fully the story, but you are obviously someone part of the shogunate, and you're going to this village in the demo, and you come across another freaking, warring freaking samurais, and it's like 3 of them, and they pretty much just killed this random ass villager. So, you're in the whole freaking, stance and about to draw, and then the guy comes up slow to you, and, like, literally, it's just slow-mo everything, and then all of a sudden, freaking, you guys go and you cut his arm off, and then battle right there. And it's very fluidic as far as, like, the fighting and all that shit is. It's got the whole samurai combat shit, but as well as ninja stuff in it, too. So you can definitely go in sneaky, or you could go in freaking, just straight combat. How it kind of looks like it plays is a little bit like Metal Gear Solid 5, as far as like how everything moves. I kind of felt a little Assassin's Creed in it too, as far as like scaling walls and shit.
I feel like it's gonna be more towards that kind of from just the early stuff we saw. It feels more like Assassin's Creed. I gotta see this demo that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, and a friend of mine, she saw the video of it. She's like, "Hey, have you heard of this game?" And I was like, "Well, what is it?" She's like, "It's like a ninja samurai game." And I'm like, "Okay, ninjas alright, but samurais?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then she shot me the link. I was like, "Dude." She's like, "It looks beautiful, right?" I was like, "Yeah, this looks like everything that I would want in a samurai-esque game."
Right.
So, definitely something you guys should check out. I would implore you to. So, that's a game that's coming out. I don't know the exact date though. So.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be fairly soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot more news on it recently, so I think it's gonna come out before the year ends. Probably this summer,
It should.
if I'm right. But we'll see. But anyway, because I don't really have much to add to that, I'm gonna watch the video later. So
It's not this podcast.
So, we'll take a few questions if you guys have any. If not, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
I am heterosexual, and yes, I am single.
I'm
Also heterosexual.
yeah. That would be funny and be like, I'm omnisexual,
And also single.
ladies.
Yeah, we're fucking nerds. We're single.
Yeah, I know.
We don't believe in girlfriends.
Whoa. Well, actually, I really don't.
Yeah, see? I just don't think that a woman was made on this earth yet for me. So.
I'm sure she exists for me. I'm just.
She probably exists in the anime world.
I
For both of us.
don't want to be in a relationship with her. That's not completely just sexual. So. Any questions? Any questions? Anything you guys want us to talk about?
I'm trying to think of a question for you.
Oh, we've got something. Hit me.
Okay, yeah, no, this has been coming.
Okay.
Why won't you watch Miyazaki films?
I told you I got beef.
I don't know why.
got
What, is he
beef,
a
son.
bad writer like freaking Hideo Kojima?
Nah, he's not. And actually, I've probably seen one of his films.
You probably have.
My
And
biggest,
if not directly his films, it was an inspired film.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
My big thing with Miyazaki films. It's not that they're bad. It's not like I dislike Miyazaki or Studio Ghibli stuff.
Because everyone watches them.
That's why. And it's literally like, from the time I really started watching anime, it's literally like, the big one in the late 90s was Princess Mononoke. Everyone's always talking about it. Oh, you watch anime? You seen Princess Mononoke? No, man, I haven't. Dude, what the fuck? Why do you have... Dude, I just haven't seen it. Jesus, man. Fuck. It's not like it shows in theaters, bro. Like, I'd have to go out and search for it. And anime wasn't too easy to get a hold of back then.
Yeah, I remember.
You know,
And if you watched anime back then, like, you're kind of like shunned from society.
like, you really had to look. Like, if it was like...
Like, it's like
For-
in
for-
high school, I wasn't like, oh, I watch anime.
For me, I didn't
Like,
care.
yeah, a lot of people
I didn't care. I let
dig
people know.
it, at least where I was at.
But my thing was, like, the only time I saw anime was, like... And this is pre-Toonami days, right?
Oh, yes.
Fox used to show Dragon Ball Z early in the morning on Saturdays. I used to watch that. They actually used to show Dragon Ball the year before, but I missed that time period.
Oh, like Dragon Ball?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't see that though. So I used to watch Dragon Ball Z and Samurai Pizza Cats. Samurai Pizza Cats. Awesome.
I was
Awesome
probably
show.
way too young for that.
Awesome show. Samurai Pizza Cats was the shit.
I mean,
This
I
is-
remember.
this-
I remember the
this-
Sonic animated
This is
show.
back in like 1995.
I remember '95.
So there
Good
was,
times.
There was
Good
that,
times.
and then every summer, Sci-Fi Channel, like for 3 months in the summertime, late at night would show anime movies.
Yes, I remember this. And one of them was Princess Mononoke.
Great block. I never saw it.
Yeah.
Great, and that's why people that know about that being shown at the time, they're like, "How did you not see Princess Mononoke? It showed on Sci-Fi Channel." I just never saw it, bro. I might have been playing video games that night. I don't know. So that's how I saw Armor Siege 3. I saw it on Sci-Fi Channel.
I was brought that late in
Midnight
life.
Eye Goku. I saw that on Sci-Fi Channel.
man.
Ninja Scroll. I saw that on
Ooh,
Sci-Fi
that
Channel.
was my first animated movie at 8
Same.
years old. Probably not best
I saw a
for
lot
an
of
8-year-old.
classic shit on Sci-Fi. So that was my big exposure to anime, and then Cinemax at night used to show anime really late.
I remember
this
that
was in the
too.
late 90s. So like at that time I saw I missed Vampire Hunter D. I didn't get to see it the night it came on, but I saw a bunch of other
You talking
stuff.
about the original, right?
Yes, the
Oh,
original.
okay. Yeah, you know me. I'm not a big fan of the original.
It's okay. I watched it recently. It's alright. So that was my exposure to anime back then. Like a lot of stores didn't sell anime. Like this wasn't some unless you knew somewhere that imported stuff, you weren't getting a hold of anime back then.
Suncoast. At the mall.
sold anime.
They did. I never went into Suncoast. I was a video game guy. I stayed in fucking software.
I mean,
etc.
granted, I lived here when I was like 6 up until 8.
Yeah.
But, you know, I came from a family that was super hardcore Catholic, and I lived with my grandparents, you know, and my mom stayed with us too. So my grandmother definitely sheltered me a lot.
Right. So you're not even you're probably not even touching that shit unless you're by someone's house.
A little bit.
Okay.
Only because of my uncle. And that's literally when I was introduced Ninja Scroll at 8 years old, seeing a golem monster put a whole fucking girl's titty in his mouth. I was like, damn, you could do that? You could put a whole booby in your mouth?
When you're older.
No, you can't. You can't.
When you're older.
No, you can't do it. I physically tried. It's impossible. I mean, unless she's got really small ones, then yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
But those are pretty decent size.
I mean, they're not.
They're pretty decent. Those are at least like mid-range BCs.
I like C's.
Let's just say C's.
I like C's. I like C's.
I mean, most of my chicks all had C's. So. Well,
Right,
the ones I did have sex with.
Let's stop talking about titties.
Okay, sorry. Boobs.
Boobs. But that was my exposure to anime. So I just never saw any of Studio Ghibli or Miyazaki's work.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just like I kept having people bother me about it, and I was like, you know what? Out of spite, because I'm tired of people asking me this shit. Whenever someone asks me from now on, I'm like, fuck Miyazaki and fuck Studio Ghibli. I don't want to see that shit. So I don't watch those movies anymore.
That's a bit extreme.
That's why. So I got beef. I got beef. It's.
I mean, yeah, but I get it though. I get it. You know, it's like when people ask me, "Have you watched My Hero Academia?" I'm like, no.
Good show. But I'm not gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? Why have you ever watched it?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. See, again, like, well, I had cats like that, and it's usually like the younger cats that don't even know the anime that I know, and I tell them like shit, like Golden Boy. Ninja Scroll, they don't fucking know Ninja Scroll.
Golden Boy's amazing.
Yeah. They talk about Dragon Ball Super, and I'm like, I'm a Z guy, sorry. And yeah, I know there's a little hate for GT, but I kind of like GT. There's a different take on the whole thing. It was different.
I don't hate GT. I just dislike it.
I mean, I know it's a whole different canon, but still, I liked it because it was different from what Z was. So, there's tons of animes that you and I both grew up on. I hate Inuyasha though, and I will explain why. Because of my long flowy hair, and because a lot of white girls like Inuyasha. I'm sorry to generalize on that,
They
but
do.
yeah, they do. It's very accurate. This is not even me being racist about it. There's a lot of white girls that like Inuyasha. Yeah.
But
I joke on Inuyasha.
That chick who writes that, I think it's the same chick who wrote Sailor Moon.
It's a chick.
Yes. It's a woman who wrote Inuyasha.
I mean, it makes sense.
I think it's the same one who writes Sailor Moon. So
not that I'm dogging freaking,
Sailor Moon's amazing.
Not that I'm I love Sailor Moon.
Amazing.
Who is your favorite Sailor Moon or Sailor?
Saturn. Not Saturn, no. Pluto.
Pluto.
Is it Pluto? No, Saturn. It is Saturn.
Yeah. I was Sailor Mercury, bro.
The Sailor of Death.
I'm Sailor Mercury.
Yeah, the Sailor
I like
of Death.
my girls with a little short hair.
Sailor of Death. She uses a fucking partisan as her weapon.
Oh yeah.
I love
that shit.
Like, oh,
But anyways,
she kills people? Oh yeah, she's my favorite. She's gangster. I like her.
I mean, real talk though, Sailor Jupiter was pretty boss too. I like Sailor Jupiter.
Oh yeah, she gave motherfuckers some hands.
I didn't like Mars because she was just so goddamn aggressive. Like, damn, chill the fuck out. Shit.
She's a tsundere. I don't like those kind of characters.
But anyways,
Jupiter though, she's ready to give niggas some hands. It was good.
Oh yeah, Jupiter. Yeah. Jupiter's
Her-
that chick like
her-
you want on your.
her-
You want Jupiter as your fucking like your homegirl.
Her and I think
She'll not just beat a chick's ass. She'll beat a dude's ass too.
I think it was her and Uranus. Because
I was big on
Uranus.
Uranus.
She's the lesbian.
Yes, I remember that.
Her and her. I
Yeah.
believe it's not Mercury, but Neptune. I think her and Neptune are in a relationship.
Mm.
So,
but we kind of digress, or not digress. I will digress. There's a lot of anime that I knew when I grew up that these new cats don't know, and it's just like you're telling me like watch My Hero Academia. You're telling me to watch all these like really popular. I mean, I hate to say it, even Sword Art Online. I'm burnt on Sword Art
a
Online.
lot of people hate Sword Art Online.
I know. You know why? Because they're milking the motherfucker, bro.
No, that's not why they hate it. A lot of people think.
I hate it because they're milking the fuck out of it.
The people I see that don't like it say the writing's shit, which I just do not agree with. But
I mean,
entitled to their opinion.
I saw the Gun Gale season, right? I didn't finish it though. As soon as they went back to
Gun Gale's a great season.
I know. Up until they go back to freaking the fairy shit.
Alicization?
Yeah. I was just like,
No, that's the newest season. You're talking about the second half of Gun Gale. Yeah, when they go back into the other game.
And I'm like, oh well,
You
had my interest. Now you don't.
You might like Gun Gale Alternative, then.
Is that like not the actual main characters? Is a different?
It's a side story. It's a completely different character.
And it's all Gun Gale.
It's all Gun Gale.
Okay, then I'm down.
Check that out. You might like.
But they better not go back to some fairy bullshit.
No. Like
fairy elf.
The main character only plays Gun Gale.
Word. I'm down. Because me and a couple of the cats that I'm in a free company with on Final Fantasy 14, we were talking about that. And he was asking me, he's like, "Did you watch the new season of Sword Art?" I'm like, "No."
Alicization is interesting because Kirito gets turned into a vegetable. Yeah, he gets fucked over. You know the guy from Gun Gale that was trying to kill everybody?
Yeah. What,
So
he comes back?
You know the younger brother got arrested, but the older brother got away.
Yeah.
The older brother finds Kirito,
Oh, wow.
and he attacks him on the street. He has that stuff that kills you, and he hits him with it. But Kirito, also almost kills him by stabbing him with the end of an umbrella.
Wow. Dang, so it gets serious.
Yeah, it gets serious. They get into a fight and scuffle, and he gets Kirito last second. Asuna's there. She calls for an ambulance. He gets taken into intensive care. And then, the government guy, the slimy motherfucker, shows up. He's like, "Oh, we have a way to save your boyfriend. Please do it." And so they take him away. They don't even tell her where they don't tell her shit. She goes to visit him one day in the hospital. And he's like, who's Kirito Kirigaya? And he's like, what do you mean Kazuto isn't here? It's like, we have no file on this person on our hospital. And they take him to some other place, and they're slowly restoring his brain functions. And they use him basically as a guinea pig, which they had already been doing to test out their new AI system. They're basically trying to make an AI that's an actual person to use, to use as a weapon.
Yeah.
So they were using him to test it.
Oh, okay.
And so they sent him back in that world so he can recover his brain functions. And that's like the basis of the story of Alicization. And it's like this weird world where they're raising artificial intelligences.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing with Sword Art Online with me now. Your Sword Art Online, you're pretty much making Ezio for me now, and I'm tired of Ezio. Sorry.
It is very Assassin's Creed-ish.
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing about Kirito. I'm tired of hearing about
SAO is very much deals with the morality of VR.
Yeah.
And that's why I said...
I gathered that in the first season.
That's why I always say, after watching Sword Art Online, dude, I am frightened of VR being that... to being at that level where you literally meld your mind with this technology. To me, that is a frightening prospect. Someone could literally reprogram you as a person. Because they show that being done. Literally, dude's going to do this to Asuna and enslave her. And make her his wife. He's literally saying he's going to do this to her. And they're able to do it, yeah. But it can have positive things, too, as you can see with Kirito, when he pulls an AI from the game world, and she becomes a real sentient being, their daughter, the little fairy girl. So, there's that. There's the fact that they're restoring his brain functions. There are positives to this. So it's just do I trust world governments with something this?
No, of course not.
No.
But hey, the movie Ready Player One.
I haven't seen that yet. I gotta.
All you need is someone who's more into freedom.
I gotta read the book or
government money. So
yeah, I gotta read the book or watch the movie. One of the two. Probably gonna read the book.
Both.
Or both.
Yeah. Because we kind of spiraled out of that one too. Going back to the Miyazaki thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna bug you about Miyazaki, and honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and say Princess Mononoke is the best fucking anime from Miyazaki. No, that's an opinion, bro. It's really not that good.
There's some movies where I kind of do want to see. Howl's Floating Castle. I want to see that. That looks cool.
I mean, honestly, a lot of chicks like that movie.
I kind of want to see that movie. It looks interesting.
It's good. It's good. I like.
I
House
don't
Moving
mind
Castle.
that kind of stuff. Like I always tell people, like slice of life anime is some of my favorite shit to watch.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Like I watched. If any of the viewers in here know about the anime series Clannad,
I've never watched Glenn, but I know
dude,
of it.
it made me cry. Like as a grown ass man, it made me cry. And I was like, wow.
Have you ever
That was deep.
watched?
Oh my goddess, yes I have.
No, oh my goddess.
I like Oh My Goddess too. I want angels to come down that are females that live with me.
It's a show about
And improve my lifestyle.
It's a show about a neat. What is it called?
A what?
About a neat. It's a super introverted guy. Fuck, what is the fucking show called? Hold on. Let me pull up the old Google machine.
Well, while you're thinking on that, another good anime that is a slice of life is Kawaii Complex. It's a short anime series too. I think it's like only 8 episodes or 12 at most.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. There's also another series I watched, and it's literally like 4 episodes, and it was on Netflix for a while. It's basically about this girl who's a PI, but she's immortal, and each episode is like a different like generation at that point, and it's like a whole freaking like 50 or freaking it's a big jump. Like eventually it ends up in the future and stuff like that. But that was a good series too. I'm trying to think of the slice of life animes. So, oh my god,
Jesus,
Planet. Angel Beats. Angel Beats, oh my god. Angel Beats is funny as shit, and it's a freaking tearjerker too.
Yeah, Angel
Shit.
Beats, Jesus, dude, I was like,
Me and Santini watch that whole shit, and Santini will watch it, but he's not like fully engaged. But whenever we put on Angel Beats, he was like fully engaged in that
it's a
shit.
really good show.
And our favorite character was the blonde dude, who's obviously an American, with a fucking beanie over his eyes, and he's just always just saying random
the
shit
DJ
that
guy?
has nothing to do with the fucking
Kind of rapper
situation.
guy,
Yeah.
hip-hop guy. It was really sad when he died.
Oh, I know, bro.
Because
Like,
like they don't tell you his story to like the very
no,
end.
there is. Like, I was
And
like,
then,
what?
they tell you his story and it's like super fucking emotional. You're like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
And
man.
then of course the story of the girl at the very end when they reveal her story.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. I had to like stop watching the show, pause it on that last episode. I literally paused it, walked out the room. I was like, I can't watch this right now. I need a second to collect myself. The show I'm thinking of is called Welcome to the NHK.
Oh, I heard that one. Yeah.
Super fucking slice of life. Very good. Very good. Love that show.
I watched K-On! As well. That's a little
K-On's
too
good.
girly,
That's
but
good.
it's
The
good.
rock
It's
band
good.
stuff.
It's good.
I have another rock band one.
They actually have some great music in there too.
Yes.
Yeah. K-On!
Okay, my boy's been cleared. He's back at home. Relife. I've never watched Relife, and I want to. It's one of the ones I have queued up.
Which one?
Relife.
Relive.
Yeah, that one's really cool. Like basically, if I'm not mistaken, Relife is the one where the guy gets put back into his body in high school. Like basically, like he's just this older guy, he's in his 30s. Life is just beat him down, and like he doesn't work, nothing. Like he's just down and out.
Sounds like a racer, I think.
And he basically sees like this advertisement for something to fix your life, and he's like, dude, yes, like I have to do this. And so he does it, and then this guy basically gets him to sign this contract, and once he does, he gets put back into his high school body. Basically gets a retry to fix everything that basically went wrong.
I'd do it.
I don't know if I would.
I'd do it.
I don't know if I would. But
That's what. So I'm assuming he gets a retry in his life, so he has all the knowledge that he already has
I think
now.
he has memories, yes.
Bro, I'd redo it.
I mean, there's
I'd
some stuff
redo.
I
I'd
want to
redo the
change.
fuck out of it.
There's some stuff I want to change, but not everything. Yeah, if they give you a pill and you relive high school. There's some anime you can watch on YouTube for free, like whole series. Like if you really
Golden Boy.
if you really go look, you gotta look at the depths of YouTube. I have one that I just shared to our gaming group our anime group recently, and I shared it to my RetroGaming Dojo page. It's the main character is called Machiko from it. And it's about this Brazilian chick.
Oh,
who's a
that shit.
criminal,
Oh, that's a good
and that
show.
entire series is on YouTube.
I mean, it jumps around a lot, but it's a really good show.
The whole series is on YouTube.
It's always putting you at your seat.
The Ninja Gaiden anime film is on YouTube. I've never watched it.
Ninja
It looks
Gaiden,
kind-
the anime film?
It looks cheesy. It's old as fuck. Talking about early 90s type shit.
Yeah.
But it's on YouTube. I think the entire Angel Cop series is on YouTube. I've been wanting to watch that. That's an old school one. I have to see if any.
Wait, hold on. What about The Girl Who Left Through Time? It's not a series. It's a movie.
I know what you're talking about.
The Girl That Left Through Time. That was a good fucking movie.
We might have to check it out one day. I might break this. I might break the curse.
I don't think it's Miyazaki though.
Is it Ghibli? I think it's Ghibli though, isn't it? The studio.
Yeah, it might be.
It might be.
Yeah.
We
It's
might
a really
break,
good series.
We
though,
might
or
break.
It's a really good movie.
We might break the curse. Legend of the Overfiend. Fucking Les is always bringing up Legend of the Overfiend. Very, very risque anime. I'm talking about like sex and stuff happening. Demons.
Oh, Wicked City?
I saw that on fucking Sci-Fi too. No, it's not like Wicked City.
Wicked City is
Basically,
dark. It's
there-
literally
there's
wicked.
like a war between demons in the demonic world. They cross over to the real world.
Yeah.
There's some demon that's going to get revived. That's going to like.
And
basically-
I think humans do have an idea of the demon world. In that
there's
show.
there's whole not just clips of it on YouTube, like the entire films. The first three
talking
original.
about Wicked City?
No,
Oh.
Legend of the Overfiend. The first three original films are on YouTube. Me and my boy Les have talked about it a few times. And yes, there's fucking in those. And yes, it's on YouTube. And it's the uncensored versions of the films.
I mean, are we talking about like full on hentai? Or are we
No,
talking about
no,
like
no.
suggested? Suggested pornography.
You don't see dick, but you see tits.
Suggested pornography.
Yeah, but they're fucking.
It's not hentai. It's
They're
not full blown hentai.
They're having sex.
Oh yeah, but you don't see a animated
Penis.
guy's penis
Or
entering
vagina.
an animated chick's vagina.
No.
Yeah.
Let me go that far.
It's not hentai.
But
There ain't no
it's-
tentacles.
It's
I
not,
mean, there probably is.
It's not that. No, there's tentacles in it.
Okay, so there's tentacles. Still
Yeah.
doesn't make a full blown
It's not
hentai.
that far. But it's pretty. It's still pretty risque.
Yeah, I mean, because Sword Art
And-
Online
and-
had tentacles
and it
too.
shouldn't be on YouTube, is what I'm saying.
No, it is because.
No, their terms of service. That shit's not supposed to be on YouTube.
Okay, probably not, but they do show boobs on YouTube now.
I know. There's an entire channel that I follow, shamefully,
That shows
but I
boobs.
follow them, and it's literally just mods for games for like
Boobs.
nude mods and shit like
Oh.
that. It's like, bro, this channel should get banned. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want them to get banned, but they should get banned. They're breaking terms of service. Every video is something like that.
Let the internet police handle that one.
Yep, they're gonna have to do it themselves.
Let's hope to God that all the Facebooker reporters aren't going on YouTube right now.
Snitches.
Fucking Facebook reporters.
All those fucking Karens. Let me speak to the manager.
Fucking Karens.
Fucking Karens.
Yeah, that's it.
I seen something on Twitter and it was girls talking about that. I feel like it's a racial slur, like
What was?
Karen, calling someone a Karen, and I'm like,
I mean, it can be.
y'all try so hard.
I mean, how often have you came across like a black woman named Karen?
This was the best part. Someone retweeted that.
Yeah.
And they tweeted it, and it was like, they want to have an N-word for themselves so bad. I was like, oh shit.
I mean,
I died laughing.
I mean,
dude.
I kind of want an N-word for my peoples too.
But the joke.
I mean,
was,
I let y'all say it.
But the joke was, that.
But you gotta let me say yours too.
The joke was, white women want that so bad.
I know.
They want
It was just like that video I saw not too long ago, and I can't remember the actor's name. He always plays as he's always the black male with a lot of wisdom kind of shit, and he always has like that little pencil mustache and bald guy, and he has that eye look at you where like, go on, say it. But it was a news report, and he was there as a special guest, and he's like, you hear rappers saying N-words this, N-words that, yada yada, but we can't say it. And he's like, then say it. He's like, what? He's like, then say it. I will say it with you. And I was like, no, don't say it. That's a trap.
trap.
Bro. That's a trap. He wants you to say it. He wants you, not because he thinks you should, because he wants you to. He wants to react to it.
I just want to say this now for anyone who feels like you're going to offend anyone when you say the N-word. If one of us tells you, go ahead, say it, it's cool, don't. It's probably a trap.
I mean, I guess the N-word for us Islanders, at least my people, is you don't call us Filipinos. That's very much equal to the N-word.
But that's like for like Asians and shit.
That is true. You don't call a Korean man, hey, you're Japanese.
Oh. You talking about something that'll piss them off.
Motherfucker. I say annyeong haseyo.
Yeah, you'll piss somebody off with that shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm not fucking Japanese.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
piss somebody off, bro. Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
just like the same, you don't say Chinese people, hey, you're Japanese? Because, they got the blunt of that bullshit from Japan.
Oh, yeah. Koreans hate that shit. China, well, and all of them hate that shit.
I mean,
But
Japanese would not like to be called Koreans or Chinese either, too. But
It's because they all think they're better than one another.
yeah, they do. Asian people are racist too.
Jesus, yes.
Yeah, they are.
Some of the worst.
They can be.
Now,
Granted, in Japan though, there is a small group of people that protest against like Americans and coming over like for military guys.
Gaijins.
Like, gaijins and shit. But they get confused when they see me because they're like, "No, motherfucker, I speak American."
Don't call an Aussie British. Oh yeah. I would. Never
Oh
do that.
yeah, I heard about that.
I would never call you that, bro. I would never say you're a Brit. I might say bruv to you though. What's going on, bro? I might say that to you. Just saying. But I'll never call you a Brit.
Well, how does he feel about governor? Of gov?
I don't know if they say gov down there.
Yeah, no, I
Do you
seen
guys
it.
use
I
gov?
seen it in a British film.
Do you guys use gov
They probably use bruv.
in Australia? I don't know. Fucking.
Do you hate it whenever like people do the whole shrimp on the Barbie kind of deal? I feel like you would. I feel like you guys would though. Which, by the way, I've worked with
shit.
Australians and British people.
I didn't
too.
know you were Asian, Toby. Oh shit, man. My boy Toby, he's Asian.
Oh, he's Asian? Hey, I meant no offense, bro.
Keep that shit.
Which one?
Filthy animal.
Which Asian?
I love how all my
I'm
sound
gonna
things
laugh
are
at these
going off, man.
Korean.
He's like, nah, don't.
Huh?
Les, he's like, no, don't, governor and shit like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hello, governor.
Hello, governor.
Don't do that. Oh shit.
I mean, it was funny whenever I met Brits in Afghanistan, because like I do like the whole accents and shit, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not accurate.
Oh, mine's
It's
terrible.
not.
I know it is.
I mean, Americans don't know any different, so
I talk. It's my. I kind of mumble and talk like a little bit like Aussie.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're doing Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
You're not doing an Aussie like an Australian.
No, not an Aussie, but
Yeah.
I talk like Aussie.
You're doing an Aussie.
Yeah,
An Ozzy Osbourne.
that's kind of my accent when I do mine.
Sharon.
I fucking love Aussie, man.
Yeah,
I fucking love Aussie.
Trust me, my man.
but yeah,
Did
no.
you ever see that Motley Crue movie?
Yes, I did. It was
Did you-
fucking amazing.
Did you see the part?
Glad
where,
we have a movie for us metalheads.
Did you see the part where Ozzy fucking snorted the goddamn ants?
Yes. And then licked his own piss or something.
I'm like, this motherfucker
Yeah, I was like,
is
yeah.
metal as fuck.
He was. He was.
Jesus.
Shit, man.
Fucking Toby, it depends. I mean, I really do like barbecue. But we're talking about less though, bro. The Australian guy.
Do you like shrimp on the barbecue?
What does he say? Yes, because we don't call them shrimp. Oh, okay.
Do you call them prawns?
Possibly. I don't know.
I thought prawns were just a bigger version of shrimp, though.
They are.
Oh.
Watch all Aussie adventures with Russell Coit. Okay. I'll have to check that out. I don't know what that is, but I'll have to check that out. But,
Trust me.
dude, all my voice stuff is going
Yeah,
off.
trust me, my man.
What's up?
He's like, wait, Logic, what 20? I have one of my bot commands. It asks to borrow $20.
Oh.
And the voice thing that comes off is the line from Jake the Snake saying, trust me. So he's like, I'll pay you back. Trust me. And then the Jake the Snake gangs off going, this says, trust me.
But as I was saying, I worked with a lot of British. I worked with a lot of Australians. I actually worked with a lot of Danish. And damn, do Danish people have some like really fine ass chicks.
I'll bet.
And the British too, as well. I didn't really see a lot of Australian
Prawns.
females.
They call them prawns.
Oh, they call it prawn? Oh, for real? Oh wow, more you know.
It makes sense. That part of the world, that would be more common than regular shrimp.
See, I just heard it from what's his face? Our boy that likes to do the John Legend freaking. Well, he's not a boy, but we do respect him. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx in that one film, it was like an old school film called Prawns or something. I'm gonna sell some prawns, babe. Prawns? What are prawns? They're like shrimp but bigger.
It's true. Oh, all right, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up because it's getting later and there's some stuff we want to check out.
8:30.
Yeah, so
I think this is longer than the last
I'm
one.
gonna close out with this beautiful music here. this production by my boy. He's in the chat right now, Logical One. We're going to go ahead and put that link up again. There it is on YouTube. Please check his YouTube channel out. This guy makes the dopest shit, man.
Yeah, we'll put the link in.
But we're going to go ahead and close out here. We're going to see you guys later, and we're going to leave you with this music. Signing off. Later.